Ladies and gentlemen, episode number 452, live. Welcome everybody to YTD Academy, episode number 15, live. And tonight is going to be a very interesting evening because as we get closer and closer to the very first award show in Archiverse history, the fiery feuds are heating up. The toxicity between the factions is growing immensely. Tonight, though, we're going to see the beginning of the Archiverse World Championship Gold Rush Tournament qualifiers. Both the women's and the men's tag team divisions are ready and set to put the ring ablaze tonight. And, of course, we got two YTD Academy World Champions being put to the test, so it's going to be a very interesting evening. You don't want to miss a single solitary second of the action. It's going to be a great night of action in the ring. Qualifying matches begin tonight, and, of course, will commence. We'll have two more qualifying matches on Tuesday night, and then Friday night for WCW Starrcade will be the final two qualifying matches. There'll be two matches for each of the main brands, and four matches starting tonight. But who will be in those matches, we'll have to wait and see. We'll find out, of course, who's going to be in the matchups come Tuesday night. Wrestle Wars Genesis, we'll probably find that out tomorrow. As far as WCW Starrcade, we'll have to wait and see what the Wolfpack and the Severns decide to do with that. They have two matches to decide on here. Two matches, two qualifying matches to end the qualifying rounds. And then, of course, each of the individuals that win their qualifying matchups will automatically be entered into the Gold Rush Tournament and compete for the Archiverse World Championship. Tonight's qualifying matches are as followed. I'm not going to run down the whole card, but I will tell you what the qualifying matches for the evening are. Starting with the first qualifying match of the evening, and these are all single fall matchups. Single fall wins them all. The man called Drek from Team Deadrek is going to be stepping into the squared circle with The Undertaker. In qualifying matchup number 2, we are going to see the Iceman, Christian Hart, going toe-to-toe with Sir Lord William Stephen Regal. Qualifying matchup number 3, we're going to see the Soul Man, Jay Simmons, go 1v1 with Bruiser Brody. Last but not least, the fourth qualifying matchup of the evening, we're going to see the one Elijah Archer taking on the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns. And that will, of course, cap off the four qualifying matches for tonight. Again, there will be two more qualifying matches on Wrestle Wars Genesis Tuesday evening. And then Friday night will, of course, cap off the qualifying matches with whatever the Severns and the Wolfpack come up with for their two qualifying matches that they will have. Again, each of the winners from the qualifying matches automatically entered into that Gold Rush Tournament. They will all compete for the vacant Archiverse World Championship. Last person to hold that title was, of course, Elijah Archer. The title was vacated, exploded, if you will, by one of our wonderful, wonderful streamer teams. Thought they'd had a little excitement on the road to the first ever award show for the Archiverse. And exciting it is going to be. So, but anyways, I'm going to get my dashboard open here. I have no idea what's going on. Give me a moment. Or maybe I'll just shut it right back off again. We can do that too. Who needs a dashboard? Who needs to know what's going on? Although it isn't Twitch, so I don't have to worry about anybody trapping me in a swear jar or slipping in a band somewhere. So there's that. Alright, here we go. Life is Great is in the house. Infinite Odie. Sorry I was late to the punch. What's going on, guys? Welcome in. Anyways, I don't know how long you've been here, but I was just running down the qualifying matchups for the evening. There'll be four qualifying matches tonight, two more qualifying matchups on Tuesday, and then the final two qualifying matches will be, of course, Friday night on WCW Starrcade.
I have to take care of some last-minute stuff.
You do not need to talk to the people. No, sir. Yeah, I apologize. How dare you try to make me feel bad? I should ban you. Wait a minute. I can't ban you. This is YouTube. At least I don't know how to ban you. Or I might try at least.
Honeybee tonight.
Am I fighting Honeybee tonight? Well, you're just going to have to wait and find out, sir. You're just going to have to wait and find out with everybody else. If I give that away, it'll just give it the excitement, the anticipation away. How dare you try to get me to run down the event card for you. But I will tell you the qualifying matches tonight if you would like it. If you weren't here already to hear what the qualifying matches for the evening are, we're starting our qualifiers for the World Championship tonight. 4 matches tonight, 2 matches on Wrestle Wars Genesis, and of course 2 matches on Starrcade.
I heard.
We are in the land of the... I know that! And if nobody says I heard, okay, excellent. You were here. Perfect, so I don't have to recap myself. Excellent. That excites me. Alright, so anyways, what are you guys up to? What's new and exciting? What is new and exciting? Anything? Did you guys watch the Super Bowl?
I have to do stuff at work. Be back later.
Alright, Oni, sounds good. You don't want to be like Joe Link and risk getting fired.
Just working for
another hour? Nice. Alright, my friend. We will be here. Lurk away. Actually, I don't think you can really do that with the mobile apps usually. Finally had enough space to play Genshin Impact again. Nice. I played a little bit of Genshin Impact. I played a little bit of it. I just couldn't find the time to actually sit down and enjoy it. So I just have never really gotten back into it. Besides, the next game I dive into is going to be Ni no Kuni. And then I'm going to play Ni no Kuni 2. Because that has been on my agenda for far too long now. And I was really enjoying it the first go-around, but the problem is something weird happened and my game, all my game data just disappeared. I was pissed because, first of all, it's the first RPG game I've played. Well, it's a JRPG, actually. The first one I played in like 2 decades, because RPGs and myself have had a very volatile history. You know, they have costed me many of controllers and holes in walls and repairs and other such things. So we had a very volatile history. I love them, but we were not good bedfellows for sure. So eventually I just stopped playing them and started sticking to stuff that I was good at. You know, racing games, fighting games. You put any fighting game in front of me, I will figure that shit out in 24 hours, whoop your ass. I've always been good like that. But I like golf games, sports, you know, I like hockey, stuff like that. But I mean, I really do like RPGs and JRPGs. I just... holy crap, One Woozy TV invading the broadcast booth. What's going on, Woozy?
Not much, you, Archer. How you doing?
Wow, didn't expect that one. I'm doing good. How are you? How you doing? How's the fam jam? I mean, you know, considering all things I know.
I came in with a good update regarding my mom.
Ooh, do tell, please. So here's the thing. Before you go too far, you might want to just kind of let everybody... So here, you can ask anybody. I did not divulge any information. I did not divulge any information at all. So nobody knows really what's going on. Just that you and Distinct Cone have a similar situation, going through a rough time, and our thoughts and prayers were with both of you. I left it at that until you... But I didn't speak to you to get your permission to say anything, so I just didn't. I just did. So if you feel comfortable to share, well, you were going to share an update. So if you want to tell everybody what's been going on, please do so.
I found out a few weeks back that my mom has stage 4 liver cancer. And to begin with, she had 2 years tops. But recent events going in the doctor's office. She has now longer than 2 years to live. She's got plenty of time on this earth still.
That is fantastic. Go, Mrs. Woozy. Or I guess not Mrs. Woozy. I guess it's, you know, Mama Woozy. I guess.
Yes.
That to be, you know.
That's such good news.
Correct.
Yes, so
anyways.
I also found out too that yes, the cancer's in the liver, but it's also in the bloodstream too.
Oh, good God.
So if the new meds that she has doesn't work every year, they will keep giving her new meds until something does work.
Okay.
even though it is it can't be fixed or can't be taken out because it's in your bloodstream.
Right.
But medications can work.
Right. So that's for the bloodstream. So what about the liver? Like, can they do a liver transplant?
No.
No. Okay. See, I didn't know. I just thought I'd ask.
Because the cancer is in your bloodstream.
Right. So that would just, infect the new liver and it would start all over again. Right. Okay. Makes sense. Well, I mean, at least she's got more time. That is good news.
I also gave you with some more good news regarding myself.
Oh, excellent.
Within the 3 months I've been here, today I walked the furthest I have walked yet.
Fantastic. Yes, I mean, for those that didn't hear the last update, of course, Lucy. I was going to say Woozy's losing. Lucy's woozing. That sounds kind of weird. But anyways, Woozy, of course, went on a big venture to go and live with his father in Chicago. He's in Chicago now, and the main goal was to get Woozy healthier and have him lose some weight. And he's been like a goddamn bull. He's been putting the effort and the workload in, and he's been dropping weight. He actually sent me a before and after. I didn't show anybody that, by the way, either.
If you want to, you can.
I will find that and I will post that, and if you have another one you can send that's even, then I'd have 3. But anyway, so Woozy sent me a before and after picture, and it was so different. So different. He's lost a pile of weight. He's got more color in his skin. He's looking fantastic. And the cool thing is I keep hearing that he's enjoying the process. He feels better, and that's a driving element, isn't it? When you first of all, when you notice everything, and then you feel the benefits from your work and the effort you've put into everything, it's just such a great feeling, and it's empowering, right? It makes you feel like I'm in control of my own body. Right.
Exactly, so, and I sent you another picture, Archer, just so you know.
Excellent. So I will find the other 2 you sent and put it with that one, and I will put that on the Archiverse Discord later. But I mean, that is truly, truly fantastic, and in today's world, we should all be looking for ways to stay in shape and be better fit. I mean, I'm probably in better shape now than I was when I was in my 30s, which is weird, but I think it's because I've taken,
tell them to explain it like
the way I eat and things I put in my body a little, I've taken that a little more seriously over the past decade, I guess, than I did in my mid to late 20s and into early 30s, so that helped a lot too. And I guess you guys all know I've been a martial artist for 37 years, so I've also had been blessed with having training available to me and different ways to train my body, and so I'm very healthy, and I'm fit, and I'm 45 years old. I feel goddamn good. I feel goddamn good, I gotta tell you. So
I turn 30 next month.
30 next month, the big 30. Yes, I know. I didn't know your birthday was next month. That's the day I don't remember.
It's the 20th.
20th, okay. March 20th, that's right. Day before spring.
But March 15th to the 29th, I will not be able to be reached. I will be spending time with my mom because she's coming to visit.
Fantastic. Now that's a birthday gift, because
she'll be here for 2 weeks.
Before when she wasn't feeling as well, she wouldn't have been able to travel and make the distance. So that's awesome too. So good news, and there's some, at least there's, it's always good to have good news, especially when you've had so much bad news over a short period of time, and it's really nice to get that uplifting news, right? So, but yeah, that's fantastic, absolutely awesome. Well, goddamn, nothing I can possibly say can top any of that. What the hell am I gonna? I'm just gonna have to skip to the dirt sheets or something. No, I mean, what am I gonna say? The hell am I gonna say? Hey, we got an award show at the end of the month. We got some title matches later. I mean, how do I top that? Woozy just swooped in and upstaged me. Literally. Upstaged me. I can't compete with that. I can't compete with that. How do I go from, hey, we got some qualified matches to that? I give you the power of the Archiverse. He swoops in with, like, the power of God. and totally upstages me. That is absolutely ghastly. But anyways.
So what did you think of my ability last night?
Was it last night?
Yeah, the swear jar.
Did we do a show last night? What's today?
Today's Sunday.
Friday. It was Friday. Okay. I was like, holy crap, did I do a show last night? You had me think. You son of a bitch. Comes in and upstages me, gets me confused. All right. But I'll tell you, listen, if you're going to be upstaged, that is the way to upstage somebody, with uplifting, fantastic news that can put a smile on everybody's face. And that's the reason we come here to begin with, right? We come here and collectively and watch a great wrestling show and talk with a bunch of great people each and every week, whether it's here on YouTube or over on Twitch. And so what better way to begin an evening than to put everybody, put a smile on everybody's face before we even start a show, before we even get to the fun. That was fantastic news. And I look forward to seeing the picture, which I'll check out actually probably in a little while, to be fair. And I might even, during a match or something, I'll put it on Discord probably, so I don't forget to do that later. And end up doing it tomorrow or something. Everybody, where's the pictures? But yeah. So anyway, aside from that, so how was your?
My day's been fantastic.
Yeah.
I've hung out with Outcast Gameplays lately.
Fantastic. How's he doing?
He's doing good.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen him stream lately, but.
No, he's been taking personal days.
He's been taking personal days? Okay. All right. Well, that's fair enough. Well, I mean, let him know that we've been thinking of him anyways.
Oh, well, I've been hanging out with Golden Gamer as well.
I always found him entertaining, especially when he would pop onto the broadcast from time to time, so. Yeah. Sorry, what was the last thing you said, Golden Gamer?
Yeah, I hung out with him today as well.
Nice. How's Golden Gamer doing? I'm sure he'll probably be by later, but how is Golden Gamer? Joe Link is in the house.
He's doing good.
Archer, read the chat live said, look, she's bossing me around. I have way too many females in my life.
You do?
I do. I live with a bunch of them. I go to work and they're everywhere. I feel oppressed. I feel oppressed. Because, well, I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot of do this, do that, and they all know I'm gonna do that shit. They all know I'm gonna do, because I've never been great at saying no to. Anyways, we're not gonna go there.
Especially with your honey-do lists.
The what?
Your honey-do lists.
Oh yes, well, yeah, that too. No matter what you got. Oh wait a minute, that's not what she probably wants to read. Honeybee Wrestling. I've started eating better in 2 weeks. I have lost 4 pounds. Honeybee. That is fantastic, and just by eating better, which means you're doing it safely and healthy, because a lot of people have a really bad tendency to lose weight in all the wrong ways.
Great job, Honeybee.
And in some cases, they're even guided to losing weight in those, poor and inefficient ways. To be fair, in long term and overall. Joe Link says that's awesome, Honeybee. Yeah, that is awesome. Hope everybody's doing great. Thanks, Life. You're welcome, Honeybee. I want to make sure I read everything before Life yells at me again. She yelled at me. Looks at Archer, read the chat. It's like, good God. Yeah, Bear, I didn't even. The night hasn't even started, and I'm getting yelled at, Uzi. I have no dirt sheets. We don't have a match, and I'm getting yelled at.
And by the way, Life, thank you for
freaky.
Get me the subscriptions right. I do appreciate that.
I gotta walk on eggshells these days. Yo, Punisher, what's going on, my friend? Feel free to join the broadcast with us if you would like, Punisher. The broadcast booth is open, and you have access whenever you want anyway, so. That was exactly what I wanted you to read in case Woozy isn't on the chat currently. Well, he is on the chat currently. You want me to read what? Oh, what I didn't read? Shit. Okay, fine, hold on. I don't want her to yell at me for that next. Go back and read it, you bastard.
How's it going, Life? How you doing today, my friend?
All right, where did it start?
Face
Let's
red
see.
heart shape. Face red heart shape.
Okay, so she
Face
said,
red
"I'm so
heart
happy
shape.
to hear that, Woozy." Honeybee says, "Well, I may as well read everything in between. Don't want Honeybee yelling at me next." Hey, it is not funny.
It is.
Guys popping in and out, watching the party Uno, and this. Fantastique. Life says, "No matter what, you got this. I have taken care of my grandparents who had cancer as well. So if you have any questions, Woozy, please feel free to ask, of course. I'll never pry. Just know if those doctors are confusing you with doctor speak, tell them to explain it to you like you're 5. The last thing you want to be is confusion. You know what? That makes total sense. That is very good advice, Life. Thank you very much for that.
It does.
You know what I mean? That is excellent advice. For anybody that might be in this situation, actually, if there's anybody listening that might be in this situation as well, and you just haven't come forward because, you know, you may or may not be newer to the Fam Jam, you don't know who you can and can't trust. You can trust everybody in this mofo, let me tell you. But it's understandable that if you're unsure. But if anybody is in the same situation, that is fantastic advice. And now you know that you have one Woozy TV, you have Life is Great, right? I've dealt with cancer in my family as well, way more times than I'd like to admit. And, yeah, fuck cancer.
I agree.
You know what? We should have a special show dedicated to... When is Cancer Awareness? Is that already... That's not for a while, is it?
I think it's already passed.
Yeah, it was back in November, was it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so I think this year we plan to do that, I think we plan to do that. And if any of you guys are cursing me out because I'm not paying attention to the chat, I will ban you because I am catching up on Life shit before she yells at me again. So you can just hold on to your britches. Life, you can yell at them if they're yelling at me for not paying attention to them instead of you because I've got you instead of them. And
nobody is yelling at you, Archer.
Okay, I can hear the damn thing going off, so because I got the chat to speech on, so I don't know what's happening. All right, so let's see.
There's a few months.
After that, it was, but we're here for you, and you and Mama Woozy are in our thoughts. And then Honeybee said that she is now popping with iron videos, and lost 4 pounds. That's awesome, Honeybee. Awesome job, Honeybee. Thanks, Joe. Hope everyone's doing great. Thanks, Life. Welcome, Honeybee, or you're welcome, Honeybee. Life yelled at me. And then wore my fucking name out. Look at that. Look how many times she said Archer there. You know, wear my name right out.
2, 4, 8 times she said your name.
I'm a tham, not a ma'am. Good sir. God damn it. Punisher says, what's been going on? I mean, the Super Bowl, for the most part.
That was a good fucking game.
It was a fantastic game. That's the best Super Bowl game I've seen in quite a long time. So, a halftime show wasn't too bad.
I didn't care for it.
I've seen worse, to be fair.
And I've seen better also.
You know, one of the ones I liked. One of the ones I liked was the Bruno Mars one. But
yes, I love that one.
It took some flack though. But
halftime
yeah, I thought it was awesome.
And then Chris Stapleton doing the national anthem.
Yes.
I love that. I love Chris Stapleton.
Pregnant, but that's why it was low key.
I could always copy and paste. Do not copy and paste it, or did you already say that? I'm almost caught up, so I don't know if she just said that to mess with me, or do not copy and paste it. Punishment Gaming says, I will be in a little bit. Had to go to the doctor yesterday and not feeling the great. I will be. Oh boy, I got to go back and figure out what I said now.
Life is great. Kansas City won, and Rihanna is the one who did the halftime show.
Punisher, were you responding to joining the broadcast booth? Yeah, Kansas City did win. Yeah.
Which I was voting for them.
I mean, I actually thought Rihanna's definitely pregnant. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't that low key. You could tell. I mean, that belly was popping out of that outfit. What do you mean it was low key? Low key for what? People listening on a radio? on an Apple smartwatch. I mean, it was not low-key, sir.
No one knew Loki. I noticed that shit right away.
Yeah, you couldn't help. And congratulations to Rihanna, by the way. That's fantastic. Good for her. Good for her. To decide to take time for herself and have a family and you know what I mean?
Jolene, she did a lot of dancing herself.
Low-key energy, not a lot of. Yeah, she did do a lot of dancing. Quite a bit.
A lot of ass shaking.
Did you see her belly, man? Did you see her belly? She did a lot of dancing for a pregnant lady. I mean, you know what? I'm getting yelled at for not reading the chat right now. You are criticizing pregnant lady dancing at the Super Bowl halftime. I do not support Joe Link's comments in any way, shape, or form. Life, do not yell at me. Yell at him. Send all hate mail to Team Joe Link. How dare you, Joe Link?
All the great, the game was not fixed. You know what I'm talking about.
Listen, I got too many females around me at all times every day to ever say bad things about women anymore. No, I'm not kidding. I could die at home, I could die at work. You know? People yell and scream at me on the show. I mean, it is vicious. It's like a vicious cycle.
You cannot win.
There's freezers at work if they want to. They can just keep me on ice. And nobody around here ain't going to say anything. Where'd he go? I don't know. Did he go to work? Nah.
Alright, I'm about to tell you how that game was fixed.
Yes, please do tell. I would love to hear your...
No, alright, so I play football. I know everybody. Alright, so when you doing man-on-man coverage, right?
Right.
Alright, so if you see the one play, when both
players... Are you talking about that badass call they made?
Yes, alright, so you notice...
That was terrible. That was a game-changing moment.
See, you notice, right?
I did.
That one person was open 3 times, wide open.
It is not my... How is it my... Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. Hold on, guys. We'll get back to that. How is anything my fault? I didn't even do anything. I just didn't happen to read the chat right away. Is the only flaw I have under my belt tonight. Why are you giving me such a hard time? I haven't even started the show yet, Life. What is even happening right now? Are we related? Do I know you personally?
See, I joined the party or two. You get blamed for everything.
Good God, not at this rate. Life is having a bad day, or she's related to me in some fashion. I don't know.
Hashtag blame Archer.
I'm a little scared now. I'm a little scared. I'll be honest. Anyway, it is not my fault. Apollo Boston's game was fixed.
I
gotta tell you, it's a bad call.
You notice, right? That one dude was open 3 times. Alright, so you see you watch the play. The 2 dudes went after the same person and left the dude wide open. And then he decided to turn back around, go after him again, and try to play along. And then during halftime, they did the same thing again.
Hold on.
So now you can tell it's fifth because when you're doing man-on-man coverage,
hold on 1 second, boss. I have a feeling that we're going to be talking about this for a bit, so I think before we continue, because we haven't even hit the dirt sheets yet. Anyway, I can see this, so you know what? There's people already here ready to watch the show. It's a great show tonight. First of all, we're kicking the show off tonight with 2 badass 8-man tag to brag elimination matchups, 1 from the men's division, 1 from the women's division. It is going to be absolute fire. We have 4 Archerverse World Championship Gold Rush Tournament qualifying matches, and then we have 3 championship matches in the championship rounds. It is going to be a fire night. So let's fire up the show, get things rock and roll, get everybody revved up, ramped up, ready to rock and roll, and we'll continue this conversation. And I'm sure I'm going to get yelled at all night at this point. I mean, Life, is there anything else you want to yell at me for immediately, or should we get the show started? Because if I got, I can always defend myself later, I suppose. But, I mean, we can always get it all out right now. Get it off your chest. Let's see. I'm not going to lie. I just grabbed up and woke up the grizzly bear. I've been banished to the care. That is not my fault either. Do not dare blame me for that. You were the one yelling at me in your... I mean, why are you yelling when your husband's trying to sleep anyways? I mean...
See, and Life is Great says, no matter what, it's Arthur's fault. Poor man.
I know, I already read that. That's why I was responding to that earlier. I didn't even do anything. You blame me for shit. You blame me for the great show you're just about to watch, or, you know, blame me for having Woozy on to give us uplifting and great news, upstaging me at the beginning of the show. As wonderful as that was.
It was fun to do.
I'm sure it was. I'm trying to deliver news on a fantastic show. He comes in with news from God. I'm like, how do I compete with that?
You can't.
How the fuck do I compete with that? I can see how this night's going to... Thank God we're not on Twitch. Thank God. You know what? Thank God. Not just for, you know, Woozy's good news, but thank God for YouTube. Thank God for YTD Academy Live. Because if we were on YouTube right now, there'd be a whole lot of fucking villainy going on along with what's already been happening. I guarantee it. I guarantee it.
Come Tuesday, there will be more villainy towards you. I'm pretty
well, you
sure
see, I'm hoping with the great show to be a distraction, and then of course there's no show tomorrow night, so that, you know, there's that time in between people just kind of chill before Tuesday. And Tuesday's Valentine's Day. Not nice to swoop in and create acts of villainy against Archer on Now, guest hosts, that's allowed. See, that should be a thing. But the Archers, Valentine's Day, no.
See, it's not allowed. The host needs a villainy. The co-hosts do not, because they're your guests.
See, I disagree. I don't think the host should always be the main focal point and target of the evening. It really is quite ghastly.
But again, you're always saying it's hashtag blame Froggy, but tonight it's hashtag blame Archer.
Well, because he has his own. I mean, he even has his own hashtag. It says blame Froggy. and then there's blame Joe Link, but Joe Link is not my fault. That is his fault. That is his fault.
That's his wife's fault, actually.
Well, I was getting to that. He made his wife angry, and his wife literally joined the broadcast just to tell us to blame Joe Link for as many things under the sun as possible, because many things are his fault. That is not, again, not my fault. I did not do that. I did not do that. That would be Joe Link's fault.
What do you mean Twitch, not YouTube with the villainy?
Plenty of time to plot.
Always redeem joke time for Glenn.
What? Why? What the hell are we even talking about right now? I always redeem joke time for Glenola because he actually tells funny jokes. Actually, you know who's been telling the funniest jokes lately is Infinite Oni and Honeybee. They've had some really good ones. You know what, though? Glenola's Johnny... How the hell does that man have so many Johnny jokes? You know what I mean? Have you ever noticed that? That man, he's got more Johnny jokes, I think, than he does lists. And that is a lot...
I don't know about that.
Well, that might be pushing the line just a little. We'd have to actually talk to him about that one, but I think it might be close. He's got a lot of them Johnny jokes. I didn't realize Johnny jokes were like blonde jokes and just in vast majority. It's interesting.
Exactly, but I just came on to give you guys some good news regarding my mom and myself. And I am going to jump off for the night. I'll be back on Tuesday night, hopefully.
All right, sounds good, buddy. Thanks for the good news. Appreciate you. Our thoughts and prayers, of course, still with you and your family. And, of course, as well as the St. Cone. I haven't spoke to DC lately. I should probably send her a message shortly and see how she's doing. But, yeah, great news. Fantastic. Please give your mom a hug for us, would you?
And I also did send you the picture on Discord. So
yes, okay, perfect. I will post them later. Again, I wasn't going to do anything with your permission. That is not my business until it's made my business. And although you kind of did make it mine, but not mine to share, is what I mean by that. So, yeah, okay, I will do that.
You got my permission to post it.
Fantastic. And again, congratulations on all the hard work and success.
Thank you.
It's definitely paying off, so fantastic.
All right. See you guys all Tuesday.
Sounds good. Boss, you still there?
Why did the blonde stare at the Ford?
Might have lost Boss for a moment. Anyways, while we're waiting for Boss to get back to me, we're going to get the show crack-a-lackin'. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get things rocking and rolling. Let's get episode number 452 and episode number 15 of YTD Academy Live on the go. And here we go. Time to get things rocking and rolling. We're going to get things kicked off with not one, but two 8-man. Well, actually, one 8-man, one 8 Villainous Vixen. Tag Brag Elimination Tag Team matchups from the tag team divisions. We have 4 Archivers World Championship Gold Rush Tournament qualifiers and 3 championship matches coming up in the championship rounds later in the evening. It is a smoking hot card, so you don't want to miss a single solitary second of the action. We're getting things going here in just a moment with the first match of the night. Now again, there's no betting lines here as of yet, not until we monetize, and then we'll have other tools at our disposal, in which case at that point we'll be able to have our betting lines open here on YouTube as well. But for now, you're just going to have to decide amongst yourselves who you think is going to win the matchup. But check it out. We have the Outlaws, Amber Extreme, and of course, Britt Baker DMD from Team Joe Link. And of course, their partners in crime for the evening is the mom and daughter duo, Alice and Akira Blade. They are the New Millennia, and they are taking on the Union, Kaylee Ray and Dewdrop, and of course Hardcore Country, Mickey James and China. This is going to be one hell of a barn burner, so you don't want to miss it. But who do you guys think walks out with the victory here? Who walks out with the W? Is it going to be the team of the Outlaws and the New Millennia, or is it going to be the Union and Hardcore Country? What do you guys think? In the meantime, let's get things rocking and rolling. It is showtime and go time for the first match of the night. Tone-setting match of the night. Let's go. All right, before I get into the dirt sheets, I'll just catch up on the chat here real quick. Let's see. Plenty of time to plenty read that ghastly sentence.
Here comes trouble.
It's because he's Johnny, Joe Link says. Nice answer, Joe. Glad you put lots of thought into that answer. Appreciate that. Life says, I can see it. I have no idea what she sees. Have a good night, Woozy. Why did the blonde stare at the Ford? Why did the blonde stare at the Ford? Interesting. Because it's... Oh, my God. You know what? That's actually pretty funny. I'll give you that one. That's actually pretty funny. I mean, it's a little, but it's still, funny. So it's okay. Hashtag make this man famous. Joling says Outlaws and New Millennia. Yes, sir. It's actually supposed to be the late night place to be. The 2 E's. The late night place to be, the most must-see show on YouTube TV, and the very best in fantasy wrestling excellence, bar none, period. How dare you? You forgot the rest of it. I should ban you. I'd be doing a lot of banning tonight if we were on Twitch. I'll tell you that. You bunch of crazy villainous bastards. Life is yelling at me, trying to confuse me. Woozy upstages me. Boss joined the broadcast and disappeared. Although that's kind of normal for Boss, isn't it? He's good at that. He's like Houdini when he's on the broadcast. He could be in the middle of a list, and he'd be saying, "I'll be right back," and he'll come back an hour later, after he had some meatball sub and a bottle of Coke and a smile. Let's see here. Mike says, honestly, I think the Outlaws and New Millennia fall apart. They had a rivalry going for a while. That could happen. You couldn't ban us? Who would help make the show interesting? Oh my God. Oh my God. All right. Caught up with the chat. All right, so let's see what's going on in the world of pro wrestling. I have not checked out the dirt sheets at all today, so it should be interesting for myself as well. All right, let's see here. Oh, hey, wrestling headlines. Right, this catches my attention immediately. WrestlingHeadlines.com. Andrew Ravens is the latest on Jay White's wrestling future. Of course, from the Briscoe brothers. Or not from the Briscoe brothers, sorry. I don't know why I said that, but anyway. Jay White, his future is up in the air as he lost a loser leaves Japan match to Hikuro at New Japan Pro Wrestling, the new beginning of Osaka on Saturday morning. White will take on AEW's Eddie Kingston at next Saturday's Battle in the Valley pay-per-view in San Jose, California. As noted, White is reportedly on his way out of the promotion and has interest from both AEW and WWE. That's weird, I didn't know that. It's weird that I didn't already know that he had... I knew he was leaving New Japan Pro Wrestling, but I didn't know that he had already garnered interest, well, maybe from AEW. They're interested in everybody. You could start a kindergarten class wrestling club, and they would be interested in signing your children. Anyways, I didn't realize there was already interest from WWE, so that's interesting. I would like to see Jay White in WWE. Let's see. Yeah, they've been fighting over those tag belts. Sorry, Joe. Got to vote against the Outlaws for once. Ooh, rivalry in the chat room. I like it. All right. Anyways. So, Fightful Select reports that WWE feeling confident in January that they could get him is hardly guaranteed at this point. He was never set to pop up in the Royal Rumble because his deal wasn't up before then, and talented New Japan Pro Wrestling are of the belief that his contract with the company is up. Sometime between New Japan Pro Wrestling's Battle in the Valley and WrestleMania, with details being few and far between. WWE sources confirmed the company has had an interest in White, but the possibility of him coming into the company is being kept very quiet. So quiet that people are talking about it. Anyways, White made positive relationships in Impact Wrestling and in AEW. Yeah, so I'm okay with that. I mean, I would like to see him in WWE, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know what New Japan, I feel like he would sign with AEW. I really do. I don't know why I say that. I just feel like he would. Here's something from Ringside News. Manic Aftab, John Cena's next opponent, rumored opponent, could be a real test for him. So it says John Cena is widely considered to be one of the greatest WWE superstars of all time. Or one of the greatest WWE superstars of all time. The former multi-time world champion was the face of the company before Roman Reigns took on the mantle. Cena is still one of the WWE's biggest attractions despite him no longer being fully committed to the company. That said, Cena's next rumored opponent could be a real test for him. Kurt Angle shared his thoughts on John Cena potentially squaring off against Austin Theory at the upcoming WrestleMania 39 premium live event during the latest edition of the Kurt Angle Show. The WWE Hall of Famer sees the potential matchup as a huge competition for both Cena and Theory. He said, and this is a quote, "I know John Cena is trying to get back at it, and Austin Theory would be a great match for him. He'd be a great competition. He'd be a great test for John Cena, considering he's an in-ring general." John Cena is locked in for a match at WrestleMania 39, although WWE has yet to make an official announcement in this regard. The two superstars filmed a backstage angle the last time Cena was in WWE, but the footage is yet to be aired. Vince McMahon gave his blessings to John Cena after the boss relinquished the title as the head booker. Cena is currently filming his upcoming comedy movie, Ricky Stenicki, alongside Zac Efron, Jermaine Fowler, and William H. Macy in Melbourne, Australia. The C-Nation leader was reportedly spotted wearing heels and a short skirt while on the set for a movie. That's not just... I actually saw that picture, so it's... it says reportedly, but that actually did happen. And it was the set of his movie that he's shooting. Austin Theory, on the other hand, is set to defend his United States Championship against 5 other opponents inside the Elimination Chamber this weekend in Montreal, Canada. And of course, you can read more about that and any changes to this article if you want to go to ringsidenews.com and check it out. Here's something from eWrestling News. Booker T discusses WWE dropping the JBL Baron Corbin storyline. So it says Booker T has weighed in on reports that JBL will not be appearing on WWE TV going forward. As previously reported, the WWE Hall of Famer is not scheduled to appear on WWE programming after WWE did an angle on Monday night this week where Baron Corbin lost another match, and JBL stated that he didn't want to be associated with Corbin any longer. JBL noted that Corbin has been making him look bad by losing on television. Triple H reportedly felt like he wasn't working, so they gave up on the pairing. I assume that meant supposed to say it wasn't supposed to be working, not he. But anyways, I haven't read that rumor either, but I'm sure this is cutting into JBL's golf time. I don't know where the JBL and Corbin thing has been going as of late. I've seen a little bit of it, but it's kind of hard to recreate JBL. It's hard to see anybody else play that role just because John was different. He wasn't a guy that did a whole lot in the ring, but just beat you up. He looked like he had money. He looked like that guy from Texas was just swimming in Texas tears. And I agree with that. I don't know though that they were really trying to recreate JBL. I don't know if that's true. That's not what I got out of it. I don't know. Let's see here. Life says so quiet it can be heard from Japan, right? Wow, the show hasn't even started yet. Just got, back. I was going to read Bay, but then I saw you commented right there after. Joe Link says, yeah, this is the first match. Wow, Amber is out. She got isolated pretty badly. Life says, hopefully they keep Corbin, though. I liked him as a wrestler. Yeah, I liked him when he first came in, when he was like the lone wolf. You know what I mean? The whole Happy Corbin thing was just bad. It was just bad. You know? They took a guy that looked like a legitimate badass and turned him into comic relief. I still quite don't understand that decision. I mean, first they put him corporate, or tried to make him corporate. That failed. Then they turned him comic relief. That failed. I mean, I don't know. I hope they do something better with him going forward. That's for damn sure. That is for damn sure.
One more for good measure. Distress showing on the face of China. Yeah, China really needs to reassert.
All right, so let's see what else is going on. So here's something from Wrestling Headlines. Joey G. Karrion Kross believes this WWE superstar is extremely underrated.
I absolutely agree.
WWE star and former two-time NXT champion Karrion Kross recently joined Superstar Crossover with Z100's Josh Martinez for an in-depth conversation about all things pro wrestling, including his thoughts on some of the other members of the WWE roster. During the interview, Cross specifically shouted out Ricochet as one of the more underrated talents the WWE has, where he states that the High Flyer could have had a good match with anyone, even if there isn't much of a story behind it. Highlights from the interview can be found below if you want to come to the website. So here's a quote from the question, and he said Ricochet is very underrated. He said, I hope people don't take this the wrong way, but I think Ricochet is most underrated. The reason is because this is a guy you can put in the ring completely like on a cold match with no story, and he will be able to get reactions out of any audience that he is working in front of. How wrestling audiences are very diverse. He said there are certain people that lean more towards storytelling, and there's certain people that lean more towards high spots. It just depends on what audience you're working in front of. Some audiences prefer more storytelling, and then other audiences are showing up for the high spots. They want to see hybrid lucha libre, which is wonderful. We have a very diverse audience, and each city is different. And welcome back, boss, by the way. Thinks Ricochet could have a great match with anyone. It says, but I'm telling you, man, if you put Ricochet in the ring with anyone, I mean, they're going to get their money's worth. With all due respect to everybody on the roster, everyone gives 110%. I just think that he hits different. And I don't disagree with that. I've always been a Ricochet fan, and personally, I would have given him a much longer Intercontinental Championship run. You know, I don't know why they haven't at least already put the United States title on him since then. I mean, there's so many things they could do with Ricochet. I like to, but I got to tell you, I've never been an overly big fan of Braun Strowman. You know, he's just another big guy for me. You know, it's hard to watch big guys wrestle when you've already watched Undertaker, Big Show when he was younger, Kane, you know, Sid Vicious, and all these big guys, Kevin Nash, the guys that could really work and move really well for big guys. You even got to put Brock Lesnar in there, because although he's not 7 foot tall, that guy's a freak of nature, man. That guy's a legit 300-pounder that would rip your head off. Probably pull your spine and right out with it like a scene right of the fucking Mortal Kombat. I mean, that guy is scary. You know, I'm telling you, as long as I've trained in my life, and as much as I know about martial arts, if that guy was in the same room as me and was angry, I would throw somebody in front of me, and I would run, find a car to steal, and leave. That simple. Fuck that shit. But anyways, yeah, I love Ricochet, and I really do agree with that. It would be nice to see him get a better run at something. Hey, here's something funny. We were actually just talking about, this back in the 80s and early 90s, but back when they had midget wrestling. And I used to love watching midget wrestling, and I remember there was all these big guys that had these little midget wrestlers that would always dress like them, like King Kong Bundy. And other such giants of the ring had their own midgets, and they would have mixed matches, not man and woman, but midget and much larger being. But anyways, WrestlingHeadlines.com here. Andrew Ravens is Hornswoggle shares what he thinks is his greatest WWE match. So former WWE star Hornswoggle appeared on Insight with Chris Van Vliet to discuss a wide range of topics. During it, he was asked what the best match of his career was. He named the, I guess it's supposed to be the wheel seat match to take off from the TLC match. Oh, yeah, well, I don't know. Wheel or W-eel, I don't know. That's weird, man. I've never heard it referred to that, but anyways. A takeoff of the TLC match that he had with El Torito on Extreme Rules 2014 pre-show. That would explain it. I didn't see that. I never was interested in pre-show matches. I just never really was. But yeah, so I don't remember that match. Anyways, he called it the best match he's ever done and the best thing I've ever done in my career in the ring. He said immediately after the match, I headed to the props department and I was like, hey, I need a piece of that table right now. He said, I got a piece of that table and I got it signed by everybody that was in that match. All right. Well, that was very short-lived. Liv Morgan reveals how much she paid for last-minute WWE Royal Rumble gear. This is from Wrestling Headlines again, and it is Andrew Ravens once again. So Liv Morgan was the most recent guest on the Out of Character podcast, where she spoke about a wide range of topics. During it, she revealed she paid big money for her WWE Royal Rumble gear. The reason for that is due to her going to a different company to make her gear, which was triple the cost of what she would normally pay. She said, I paid $4,000, but that was with rush and overnight delivery. I'd usually pay anywhere between $300 to $500 for gear, but the gear is beautiful and immaculate, and I'd pay it again to have the same gear. They do Megan Thee Stallion's tour costumes or Hailey Bieber's Halloween costumes. Morgan said they just do a lot of costumes for musicians. Essentially, we got introduced them by Lana or CJ Perry, depending on Nora, and Natty, which is Natalia. They both use them as well, so I knew about them, but they are like triple the price of what we normally pay. Well, that's interesting. I mean, I didn't realize that they literally had to pay for their own ring gear to begin with. That's interesting. Jolene says she always has awesome gear. Yeah, she really does. I'm just going to go back and catch up on the chat here. Just give me a second. All right, so let's see here.
Inelegant exit, but if it works, it works.
Just going to go back.
James landing awkward outside.
All right, let's see. Life said, hopefully don't. We already read that. I absolutely agree. King Corbin was okay, but he definitely needs to change the gimmick. Yeah, okay, so I actually didn't mind when he was still doing the King Corbin gimmick. That wasn't terrible. But my favorite is still when he first came in, when he was the Lone Wolf. And he just, I mean, granted, he just looked like another biker character. You know what I mean? Another barroom brawler coming into the company. But I still liked it a lot. But I hated everything else. I really did. I hated everything else. As far as I'm concerned, if he ends up getting released, it's not his fault. I'm sure he didn't come up with all those gimmicks for himself. Boss says my game froze again. Yeah, you're going to probably have to reset that, boss. Just reset it. And or use the mobile app for the PlayStation app. Life says Ricochet is really versatile, though. I feel like he could do a lot with him. Yeah, I agree. Hornswoggle was a local here. Was he really?
This is unreal.
Well, that's awesome. Did you ever meet him? Jolie says she has an awesome rig. I already read that. Honeybee is here. I didn't see her come in.
She gets the tag.
All right.
Here comes Michael.
I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about, Oni, but anyways. I never met him, but my mom was his babysitter. Oh, yeah, we already discussed that, didn't we? Yeah. I remember that discussion now. Do you have any more stories about that, by the way? I mean, how interesting is it? Life is great. Yeah. Life is Great's mom used to babysit Hornswoggle, and then the other night we have a WCW wrestler by the name of the Gambler's Son come in and become a member of the Fam Jam and tell us stories about his dad in the ring. And actually, so the next morning, I was actually over on his channel, and he was playing the drums, so he was doing a stream of his own. And he started telling more stories. Now, I don't think he keeps VODs because he's playing music that's all copyrighted, so I doubt he's got any VODs. But the next time you see Jeff Gann live, make sure you go check him out. Great drummer. He does a great job on the drums, and he's got some really cool stories to tell. I mean, stories about him going to the performance center and hanging out with the wrestlers and the wrestlers' families and kids. And I mean, I had to work, I think, at 1:30, so I was talking to him until I went to work. And it was a good time. And he was playing. He took some requests. It was a good time. So you got to make sure you go check him out. But do you guys remember him from the other night? I forget who all was there. But anyways, very interesting. Somebody that was around Hornswoggle when he was younger, and somebody that has a father that's a pro wrestler. It's crazy. Jolene says, "Yeah, I do." Okay. Life says, "No, not really. Honestly, they went drinking a few years ago. They went drinking a few years. Nice, and he's doing well. They keep in touch." But my mom isn't one who could tell me wild stories. Of course, she's never done anything crazy. Except hang out with a leprechaun. Quite literally. And drink with him. It's kind of funny.
That's how you wear down your opponent.
All right, but anyways, I'll go back to the Dirt Sheets and see what else is going on. Give me a second. Got to pull it back up. Here's something from Wrestling Headlines, published by Joey G. Says Tony Khan says the hatred between WWE and AEW is very real, and he says, I think it makes for really exciting TV. See, here's the problem, is I think that he's delusional. Can anybody give me a reason, a legitimate reason, why WWE would waste their energy hating AEW? They're not even competition. What's to hate? Not like some of their methods, maybe. Not like some of their shows, maybe. Not like some of their wrestlers, probably. You know what I mean? But why would they hate AEW? That doesn't make any sense. I mean, Tony Khan just says the dumbest shit sometimes. I'm telling you. He says the dumbest shit sometimes. You know, that guy needs to be contained. If AEW is going to be successful and they're going to continue to promote ROH, somebody's got to do something about Tony Khan. He just gets out there and says the most outlandish things. And another thing, get a better team behind you that knows how to book and grow your homegrown talent. Yo, Castman! Welcome in, how's it going? What's new and exciting? Welcome to episode number 452 for the Archerverse, episode 15 for YTD Academy Live. So the first match of the night, 8 Vixen Villain Tag to Brag elimination matchup. How much longer it's going to last, I don't know. Things are heating up. And you know how it goes. Once the eliminations start going, people drop like flies. It's actually Mrs. Link. Oh, hey, yo, Mrs. Link. Why the hell does it say Castman? Why does it say Castman? But yo, Mrs. Link. The true star of the Linkverse. Yeah, she has 2 YouTube accounts. Okay. Well, I mean, I did gather that much. My question was why it says Castman. That does not explain that, Joe Link. See, this is why you're always in trouble, sir. You don't listen. No, I don't have 2. I only have 1. I'm undercover. Life says, in my opinion, I think hate should be left out of the ring. You should never intentionally fight angry. Like, obviously play your character, but I don't think hate should be in the ring. No, I agree. Would simply result and lead to people getting hurt, right? We don't need that. But I mean, that wasn't my main point, though. Not even just wrestlers in the ring. Like, what? I just don't believe that WWE would waste their time hating AEW as a company I mean, if they, they might have hated WCW for a period of time because they actually were competition, right? They are at the time. But I mean, WWE is a global empire now. They are not worried about an offshoot upstart company that claims they're offering an alternative, something different, better. I mean, how many times have they lied to us over the last couple of years? But again, I blame Tony Khan for the way he books and the outlandish thing he says. And I mean, again, there is a reason certain people have left, other people planning to leave. Not to mention, most of the people that work in management are actually, active wrestlers that are putting themselves on live television. That would have been like D-Generation X back in the day, being given power over WWF. You know what I mean? That whole thing is crazy, too. That whole thing is crazy. Life's Great says, right, that's what I'm saying. But also, I don't think WWE wrestlers have time to hate. No, they don't have time. They don't have time because they're all over the world wrestling, putting on shows, signing autographs, being put in video games, having images taken of them for action figures, G-string underwear, lunch boxes. They don't have time to hate AEW. I mean, aside from 290 days a year that they do wrestle, you know what I mean? It's just silly. Again, it's just Tony Khan shooting his mouth off. That's what I mean. He says the most outlandish thing. But anyway, I changed my name for you. Thank you. Appreciate that. That's much better. Usually it's Berlin Owl, though.
She'll get sent out the hard way.
Joe Link is laughing at you. I think you should slap him. Actually, no. Give him a knife edge chop right across the chest. Knife edge chop. Wham! Oh, it looks like... Was that Akira Blade? Was Akira just eliminated? Yes, looks like it was Akira Blade that was eliminated. And then after the knife edge chop, you kick him in the knee, and then when he thrusts his torso forward, you drop him with a DDT. Right? You see where I'm going? Then you stop him in the back of his neck. He flips over. He doesn't want that to happen again. Then you drop an elbow right in his face. Whammo!
Yes, I think so.
I mean, I think that would... And by the way, if you decide to do all of that, could you please videotape that? Could you record that? Please. I would appreciate that. I want to see that.
The save.
Life jumping right in there. Clothesline and Joe Link for Berlin. Mrs. Link. We're not going to call you Berlin. We're going to call you Mrs. Link. You may as well just change your name to Mrs. Link. Or the better Link. Whatever. The stronger Link. Strongest Link.
Coming in hot. Kick to the gut.
I will do that on the next... You're going to do all of that on his next live show? I mean, if you're going to wait till he goes live, you wait till he's not expecting it, and you run full speed ahead into that room and double drop kick him right in his chest, and then do all that other stuff. I mean, if you drop kick him, double foot drop kick, right? You don't need the knife edge chop, right? But you can still have a whole lot of fun there after because he's gasping for air. He's trying to breathe. Stop a mud hole. pick him up. Luthez press, drop him back down, pick him back up. DDT, pick him back up. Tombstone pile driver, pick him back up. Scoop slam, elbow drop, elbow drop, elbow drop, elbow drop. And then pick him up for the 1, 2, 3.
Oh, come on, ref, get some control. Shut up, Byron.
Don't give away my secrets. I'm just trying to give you options and ways to punish him.
Quick thinking from China. And
That's all.
China needed that.
Just trying to help you out.
Yeah, she's able to momentarily stop the bleeding, but will she also gain command of this match? And she's in total control.
That's some beating. Yes, but I mean, if she's going to record it, I've got to make sure that it's choreographed well. You know what I'm saying? You got to make sure that shit's choreographed well. It's like sending somebody in to cut a promo and they don't know how to cut a promo well. All right. Anyways, I'm going to jump back to the dirt sheets quick.
Sent out of the ring, not sure she wants to be here. Kick lands.
I didn't even finish reading that article about Tony Khan, did I? Okay, so let me get to that.
Trapezius muscle.
So it says Tony Khan isn't shy to say that he's engaged in a wrestling war with WWE. See, that's the thing, right? That's the thing. It isn't AEW in a war with WWE because they can't have a war with WWE. They're just not at that level. It is Tony Khan at war with WWE, or at least he thinks he is. Anyways, the AEW president spoke on this topic during a recent interview with Dan LeBatard show with Stogoats, where he says the hatred between the two companies is very real and it benefits wrestling fans because it creates exciting television. I'll just leave that one alone, actually. Anyways, says members of his roster have told him that WWE attempted to tamper with their contracts. Well, this is old news, but I'll read it again anyways. See how he's bringing it up. He says, I can't really comment on what WWE's internal struggles are because I don't work there and I'm not there. I can only speak to the challenges we've had. I've had a lot of wrestlers come to me and allege that WWE reached out to them to tamper with their contract and asked them to break their contracts. I can't confirm that specifically. I can only tell you what the wrestlers have come to me and said, but I've had multiple wrestlers and staff report that to me, and it was very disturbing. I've had to go out and try to put on a good shows despite this alleged tampering and stuff like that. Frankly, I don't think it stopped us because the quality of the product and the quality of the shows is at an all-time high right now. How the wrestling business is very dirty. He says the wrestling business is very dirty. I can't speak to the fight business, said Tony. Certainly I think it's more organized in the fight business. There are two well-organized promotions competing with each other, and again, I don't know if these things have happened. I only know what people have come to me and alleged. But I do know that it is a real war between AEW and WWE, and fans are interested in. That's the thing, is what fans believe there's a war between AEW and WWE. What? The AEW fans? What fans is he talking about? But anyways, says the hatred between AEW and WWE is real and makes for compelling television. He says that was part of the original business model of AEW. I knew wrestling fans, frankly, are very interested in a wrestling free agency and wrestling wars. I believe we can create a free agent market that is definitely a real thing now, and that would be a big part of the story. I think wrestling fans, at the end of the day, appreciate that a lot of what happens in wrestling shows is sometimes story, and that's why people like watching the shows. They like stories and exciting matches, and especially the combination of the two when the stories lead to exciting matches and vice versa. Now, what's interesting is the story is most real, the most intense, and the most hatred in all of the pro wrestling is that between the two wrestling promotions, I think we truly, truly hate that now it comes out. I think, right? I think we truly, truly hate each other. He thinks. That sounds a little bit more like it. And he said, I think it makes for really exciting TV, and it makes for an exciting wrestling war. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is all. Wow. The winners of the match from the Union and Hardcore Country, it is Dewdrop and Kaylee Ray. And they, of course, teamed up with none other than the 9th wonder of the world, China, and Mickey James. And they are your victors. Team Mickey James with the big W. And there's still more to that article to read, but I'll read it in just a moment. I'm going to catch up with the chat. If I missed anything in the meantime. And all right, let's see. Yo, Honeybee. What? Before he met you, you were the missing link. Yes. Good addition, Life.
Hello.
It's okay, Joe. It's all in love. Honeybee says, right, I'm here. Uno is finisher. I mean, is it a good finisher? I mean, how is it executed? Does it look real enough to, like, if you were to execute that move, it would be painful? Or is it just one of those, you know, like, people elbow thing? Let's see. Davis Gray said 3-1. I would have won Archiver's box. Yeah, sorry about that. We can't do that here. Infinoni says, hello. Honeybee says, hey, Oni. Joe Link says, yeah, I know. And Infinoni says, hi, Honeybee. There we go. I am caught up. Life, you cannot yell at me. I am caught up with the chat room. How dare you? Just in case you were gearing up to do so. Which I do not appreciate, by the way. For anybody that doesn't know, Life was giving me a hell of a time at the beginning of the show hadn't started yet. At the beginning of the broadcast, anyways. Being a vicious, vicious drill sergeant. Okay, I have to get some sleep. Have a Gray Live. TTYL. Okay, we don't talk to you later. What is Gray Live? If Noni says, I have some random knowledge. I have some random knowledge? I swear you guys are just saying things just to confuse me tonight. Honeybee says, the party was playing Uno. Yes, I did know that. Nope, you're good. Who's good? What's good? Why? Have a good night, Mrs. Link. Yes, Mrs. Link, have a good night. Get some rest. I mean, if you're going to wrestle Joe Link on his next live broadcast, you're going to have to catch up with not just your beauty sleep, but you need to get energized. Make sure you have some fruit, eat some pasta, maybe some chicken or fish, some salad. But I mean, it can be done. And we all eagerly await that video, by the way. Just saying, I'm not going to lie at all. I'm not yelling at you. You caught up with the chat. I know, that's what I just said. I caught up with the chat, so you can't. Does anybody ever listen? Does any? I need better mods and listening viewers. Listening viewers. Infinoni says, so I remembered one of my viewers telling me that Mick Foley used to babysit her when she was, used to babysit who? Mrs. Link? Honeybee says, nope. I have no idea what she said nope to. Now I gotta go back and look. No. Nope and no. Excellent. Are you going to elaborate on that story, or are you just going to leave us hanging with that? I remember one of my viewers telling me that Mick Foley used to babysit her when she was little.
Us listening to you.
Oh, us listening to you. How dare you? Is there more to that story? I mean, if you want to share, of course.
I was clocking out.
Oh, you were clocking out. Oh, that's right. You were still at work, weren't you? For some reason, I thought you were already done working home. Apparently, Boss Apollo never got anything working again. I haven't even heard from Boss in a bit. All right, anyways, let's move on to the next match of the night. Here we go. Tag to brag elimination matchup numero 2. And look at this matchup. Ladies and gentlemen, Demolition and the Wolfpack teaming up to take on the Bloodline. Jimmy and Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, and Solo Sikoa. This is going to be an absolute fire matchup. But incidentally, who do you guys think wins this? Do you think Demolition and the Wolfpack go to town on the Bloodline, or do you think the Bloodline rises to the occasion and takes out two of the very best tag teams in Archiverse history? What do you think? I mean, they are formidable, but are they that formidable? Or perhaps maybe you guys don't think they're formidable at all. Perhaps you don't like Demolition. Maybe you don't like the Wolfpack. But what do you think? Life says, of course, got to go with Demolition and Wolfpack. Infinoni says, yeah, her dad was a wrestler. Forgot his name, but my viewer's name is Metapopsicle. Fantastic name. I like it. Well, I mean, feel free, Infinitoni, to invite Metapopsicle to the show sometime to share any stories that they might have if they wish to do so, if they like to do that kind of thing. Who doesn't like Wolfpack? I mean, fair enough. One of the best tag teams of all time. Multiple-time champions. They are powerhouses. I mean, they're a little crazy, too, so even if you don't like them, you're probably not going to admit it, so there's that, right? There's that. But, all right, so here we go. It is the team of Demolition of the Wolfpack taking on the Bloodline. 8-man tag to brag elimination matchup. Let's go. Matchup number 2. We are getting closer and closer to the beginning of the Archiverse World Championship Gold Rush Tournament qualifying matchups, which begin next. Let me run down that list for anybody that didn't hear that list earlier. Starting with Gold Rush qualifier number 1. We have the man called Drek, representing the Weapons of Mass Destruction from Team Deadrek, taking on The Undertaker. In Gold Rush qualifier number 2, we have the Iceman Christian Hart taking on Sir Lord Stephen William Regal. Gold Rush qualifier number 3. We have the Soulman Jay Simmons taking on Bruiser Brody. Last but not least, the one Elijah Archer challenges the Tribal Chief, the head of the table, the leader of the Bloodline, Roman Reigns. And these are all single fall, wins them all matchups. So it's going to be an absolute thrill ride. Then, of course, we have 3 championship matchups for the championship round. So we got a hell of an evening planned. Hell of an evening planned. Oni says, I'm on my way home. We'll be back once settled in. Sounds good, Oni. Appreciate you, my friend. Life says, who doesn't like Wolfpack? I already read that. I already read that. Anyways, Life, did you have any more stories about that Hornswoggle situation? I mean, that's damn well intriguing. Anything funny you can think of off the top of your head involving Hornswoggle?
Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 261 pounds, the Omega Marshall Omega.
You know, this person takes some pride in their
trying
work,
to catch. There we go.
Blame them. Few are as gifted in the ring as this performer.
There, Life says, I can ask Mom for stories. I've never met him. Wow, you never actually met him. Is your mom? So was this before you were born then? Or were you just a little baby, perhaps?
A competitor with his share of detractors, but he wants to prove them all wrong here tonight.
Oh, absolutely.
Little baby wife. Was so cute. But anyways, yeah, I mean, if you wouldn't mind asking your mom, or invite your mom to the show. We're just going to invite everybody to the Archivers TV eventually. We'll just hook everybody. Hook, line, and sinker. But yeah, no, if you can get some more stories to tell, that'd be fantastic.
Like
and if you can find a way to join the broadcast, just tell us personally, as opposed to in the chat room. It was like 6 years ago. They hung out again. That's not too long ago. So I mean, you said they stay in contact. Like, are they in contact all the time? Like, they're just good friends, obviously. But I mean,
even manifesting that.
We do not want my mother here. I'm not even manifesting that. Okay, fair enough. Are you secretly afraid to be upstaged by your mother? I mean, it's okay if you are. I understand. We won't judge you. Alright, so anyways, may as well jump back into the dirt sheets. Chat room's quieted down a little bit. I can finish that article with Tony Khan. So he continues, he says, I'll give you a good example. 2 years ago, there was a rumor I read on the internet that my business partner, New Japan Pro Wrestling, had gotten a phone call from Nick Khan about switching over to work with them. I was really just getting started with New Japan. We had only been working together a short time. That also had been, frankly, a tumultuous relationship, but it was getting pretty good. To this day, it's an amazing partnership, and I called the New Japan executives and said, is it true? Did WWE call you and try to get you to turn on me? They said, yeah, and I said, okay, we are still doing the stuff we have planned, because at the time we had matches set up for Wednesday Night Dynamite, where there was going to be a New Japan title match in AEW. It was the first of many of those such matches, and they told me, no, we don't trust them. We want to work with you, and we want to stay with you. Ever since, our relationship has been incredibly positive. I don't know if that's true or not. I only know what my business partner alleged to me and what I read on the internet, and they were both the same thing. Tony Adams. So following up on that, if that's the case, I know they're out there to get me. I know they're out there to hurt AEW's relationships with their business partners. If that's the case, allegedly, it made me want to work that much harder to make AEW stronger, and that ended up being probably the biggest year for growth we've ever had. Well, at the end of the day, I still think Tony Khan is delusional. And I can't help but to notice the amount of times he had to say, I don't know, it's alleged, my business partner told me these things, or I read it on the internet, which is the dirt sheet, which is the same way we get information, right? But at least we source materials, but if it's not correct, people aren't coming back at us for not telling the proper story. But I don't know. I guess I'm not really a Tony Khan fan. I'm reading a comment on this. It says, if you Google contract tampering, all the stories Tony complaining about, i.e. he's about the only person on the planet that even believes it's a thing. Yeah, well, like I said, I do believe Tony Khan is delusional. He's delusional. I'm sorry, but there is no war between AEW and WWE. It just does not exist. I mean, I guess you could have called NXT versus Dynamite for a while a thing, but I mean, they weren't even trying hard. They weren't pulling the plug on anything that they should have pulled the plug on, or pulled the trigger on anything they should have pulled the trigger on. They just kind of let things be and let them go as at will during that time period. But I don't know. There's a reason I don't really watch AEW anymore, I'll be honest. Here's something else from Wrestling Headlines by Joey G. And it says MVP thinks there's money in a Hurt Business and Bloodline feud. Reveals NXT star he wants to work with. So WWE star MVP recently joined Josh Martinez on the Superstar Crossover program to discuss a wide range of topics, including his thoughts on working with former NXT North American champion Carmelo Hayes, and how he would love for the Hurt Business to feud with the Bloodline. He said, and quote, "I'd really like to get the Hurt Business back together, and as a faction, there are so many talented groups he'd like to work with. I'd love to get the Hurt Business versus the Bloodline. That would be spectacular. Bobby and Roman, the Usos with Shelton and Cedric, me and Heyman on the microphone. I think that's a dream matchup. The Judgment Day, I think we'd have some phenomenal work." On Carmelo Hayes, he says, "There's a young man in NXT who, unless you're not watching NXT, you might not be familiar with him. But a young man named Carmelo Hayes and Carmelo Trick Williams are a couple of guys that are pretty tight. I've always said Carmelo reminds me of a young MVP. And the presence, the swagger, the confidence, and he's somebody I'd like to work with, and in the future of the company, I hope." So on the Carmelo Hayes piece, I don't dislike Carmelo Hayes. I can't say he's made me invest in him as a fan or as a super fan or whatever, but I mean, I think he has potential. I'll say that. I know there's a lot of people that are high on Carmelo Hayes. I'm just not one of them. But again, I don't dislike him, so don't think I'm saying I don't like him. I think he's got a pretty good body of work. But there's so many areas he's still so green. But I mean, then again, look at other people that have been allowed to not just be on live TV, but show up at premium live events as green working individuals, if you will. But as far as the other piece goes, I agree that he's delusional. Now, I mean, they didn't actually say he's delusional, but, you know, they basically said he's the only person on the planet that believes what he believes. Because, again, there is no war between WWE and AEW. You know, I mean, does anybody believe that, I don't know, the city of 2,000 people, or the town of 200 people is going to go take on the government in some sort of political war, much less a physical war? That's about the comparison of WWE and AEW going to war. It's ridiculous. WWE is a global empire. AEW is still a footnote. And creating footnotes. But I don't know. All right, let me catch up with the chat real quick.
This is how you punish your opponent, and he's enjoyed every minute of it. This match's brutality starting to show on him. Yeah, they stuck it out through this match, but it wouldn't.
They talk on occasion. I can't say they're like best friends or anything, but they talk. Think distant pen pals. Okay. Well, that's still very cool, though. And yet, Mom's 49 and extremely judgmental. She killed the vibe for you that you've built here. That sounds like a challenge, life. Where's Sammy? I actually don't know where Sammy. Oh, there he is. But I'll be honest, I didn't see him for a while there myself. All right, I'm caught up on the chat. All right, so here's the thing. I'm going to use the facilities. I have no co-host tonight. I am flying solo, at least for now. I think Punisher might join a little bit later. Boss, if he gets everything worked out, might be back. But for now, I'm by myself, but I do have to use the facilities. And I'm going to grab myself a beverage. So I will be back in just a little while. Enjoy the match. Honeybee, Life, Infinitoni. Feel free to tell some jokes or some stories, and I will read them live when I come back.
Let me tell a joke. Big smile.
Draped across the top rope. Clubbing forearm. Hip drop. I've been waiting to see that. Top rope, here we go. From the top. From the pin and the win. Yes. 1, 2. And he makes the save for his team. Being carried around with ease. His nasty elbow shots trying to create separation. Big boot. He catches Jimmy with a counter. Ooh, that hurt right to the kidney. Golly. Flashback. Going right after the neck. Neck breaker. He's getting a little battered.
There was a spider in our evacuee, and my fiancé told me to take him out, so I went, put supper in a few drinks. Nice guy. He's a rough visit.
How in the world did he kick out? Holy moly, how? Top rope. Sharp splash. Will Jimmy seal this off? 2. Just look at Jimmy gain the momentum in this one. Jimmy's definitely rolling right now. Stump puller leg snap. Very effective. Oh, right to the kidneys. Golly. Turned that one around. Into the cover. Oh. 1, 2. Oh, that was close. This match continues. Uh-oh. Flapjack. Way up there. Ooh. He's returning fire. Back elbow. He can end it here. He's got him. He stops the count for his partner. This will do it if it connects. Here we go. Jackknife powerbomb. Opportunity is his for the taking. Oh, that'll break his arm. Vicious. Jimmy tied that one. Running Hurricanrana. Sami Zayn tags in.
YTD used to cover Roman's hair.
Devastation. And Sami is countered. Delivers an axe handle. Whatever's playing here can't be good. Can't prepare your face for that. Now's the time to find that second win. Find that rush of adrenaline to push you forward. Alley-oop! Sami Zayn starting to struggle. Oh, a stomp. Gets tagged in. Uh-oh. Picked up. Reverse DDT. End of the road. Tag made. Tag made. Reverse DDT. And Sami Zayn reverses it. There's some power behind that punch. Every single one hitting the mark. Carefully placed stomp to the arm. Oh, it's not going to be good. And it's reverse pain for that mistake. Some good contact by Jey Uso. On point. Oh, targeting the stomach. Tag made, fresh man in. Ooh, well measured. He had it scouted. That's gotta be it. The kick out is only it's going to take. I think we're about to see it. I can't wait. I love this. Step through.
Jimmy Uso has been eliminated.
But it looks like he still has some gas left in the tank.
I thought it was over. The WWE Universe thought it was over. But you got to do a little more to finally finish this.
Axe handle.
Planted with a neck breaker.
Climbing up top. He's got big plans.
And tag. He's in now.
Finally.
Raw drop kick. Quick thinking pays off. Caught him right in the jaw.
Oh, what a shot.
Definitely not where you want to be right now. Just carried like a rag doll here. A lot of damage taken on by Jey Uso. I'm not sure how this will
And I have returned. Thank you for your patience. Appreciate that. And my bladder. Also, very much appreciate you. Thank you very much. Anyways. Let's see what I've missed. Life says, let me tell a joke. Alright, tell a joke. There was a spider in our bathroom, and our fiance, well, actually says my fiance, not our fiance. I think I better let the cat into the bag there on something. I don't know. Anyways, and my fiance told me to take him out, so I did. Had supper and a few drinks. Nice guy. He's a web designer. Oh my God. Oh, you know what? I'm not even going to applaud that one, just in case, you know. I cannot support that joke. I just can't do it. What do you use to cut a Roman's hair? Oh my God. That was so stupid, it was funny. I like the guy with the leather pants. My God. Hi, Kate, how you doing? Like the guy with the leather pants. I think they're leather shorts, though. I mean, unless you're talking about Jey Uso, I don't think they're leather. But the other two guys are definitely wearing shorts, not pants. Just saying. Just saying. Anyways, Infinite Oni's finally home. Welcome home, or welcome to your home. Hopefully your last hour of work wasn't too grueling. Life says there's a few of them. Marshall Omega has leather pants. Well, is he wearing leather? I don't think. Well, yeah, I guess.
Yes,
I guess it is. They're cowhide, I guess. Same. Fair point. Nobody asked you, Life. Okay? I don't think anybody's asked your opinion on that. I'm just saying. It was really dead the whole shift. Excellent. That is a good thing. Well, is it? In some cases, not so much, I suppose. Anyways, okay, let's get back to the article I was reading. Actually, no, that article is over. Let's see what else is going on. Looks like Lance Archer is not happy about his in-ring absence. This is from about 3 hours ago or so. RingsideNews.com, and it's by Felix Upton. It says Lance Archer was once thought to be on his way to the top of AEW, but then he stalled and disappeared. It didn't help that he suffered a concussion, and that cost him valuable time from the ring. It appears that he's ready to go now, but he's not getting the chance to perform. I can't say I'm surprised by that, and that's all I'll say about that, because you know I'll go on a big rant. But anyways, the Murder Hawk Monster last wrestled on the New Japan Wrestling Road to Tokyo Dome event on December 12th, when members of Suzuki Gun competed against each other in an 8-man tag team matchup. Archer was on the losing team with El Desperado, Minoru Suzuki, and Taka Michinoku. I didn't know Taka Michinoku was still wrestling. That's funny. Did you all know he was still wrestling? That's very, very interesting to me. Anyways, as of this writing, he has not appeared on AEW television since November. Archer tweeted out to make it 100% clear that his AEW absence is not his fault. This tweet does not seem to be in reply to anyone, so he just felt compelled to let everybody know this information. It's been June since Lance Archer appeared on AEW Dynamite. It's unclear why he's not being used, but Tony Khan has a few people on his roster, including Andrade, Miro, and Archer, that are drastically underutilized. You know, Archer's not really in this part of the picture, but of course you got Miro with, Lana still having ties to WWE, and then Andrade is of course engaged to the Queen of the Ring, Charlotte Flair, who is, at the top of the world, top of the food chain in WWE. So I guess I can't say I'm totally surprised that they're not being pushed. But it's also AEW. They have far too many people on their roster. They have no idea how to book them, what they're doing, how to continue growing their homegrown talent. None of that. None of that. But anyways, you need a Just Saying emote. I do need a Just Saying emote, yes. Do I not have enough? Do I need more? I have Ghastly, and to be fair, how dare you ban the chat, ban the host. Of course, that one's for me to toy with on other people's channels, but I mean, okay. I can get a Just Saying emote, or if one wants to produce one for me, that's fine too. I sure do need more. Yeah, okay. I will look into that then, Life. I mean. All right, Ivanoni says, no, sir, I did not know Taka was still alive. No, neither did I. I'm actually going to look some information up on that in just a little while here. But, okay, Life, yes, I will look into a Just Saying emote. Just for you. It's interesting, Kate comes in and says, I like the guy with the leather pants, and then just goes silent. Still watching the man with the leather pants, perhaps? I don't know. Anyway.
This match has developed into chaos.
Here's a possible spoiler for the WWE Elimination Chamber event. Again, this is ringsidenews.com. This time it's Nick Kunjwalia. We've read a couple of their articles before. Anyways. WWE is rapidly approaching the last stop before WrestleMania 39, which is their premium live event, WWE Elimination Chamber. Triple H and his management have put a stacked match card in place for the show with major implications for WrestleMania. Featuring the likes of top superstars on the card, it looks like the betting odds released for the lineup reveal some spoilers for the matches and the main event set by the game's regime. The main events of the show will feature hometown hero Sami Zayn battling Roman Reigns for the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship, with the winner of the match plausibly heading to WrestleMania to face 2023 Men's Royal Rumble winner Cody Rhodes. The Elimination Chamber main event match came into place after Sami Zayn betrayed Roman Reigns and the Bloodline at the Royal Rumble event to save his best friend Kevin Owens. Zayn had been tired of being used by the stable and finally chose to embrace his own identity, with the audience firmly behind the honorary Uce. Technically speaking, he doesn't have to be part of the Bloodline to be an honorary Uce. If he still stays in good with Jey Uso, and in maybe later on Jimmy Uso, he can still be an honorary Uce technically. And there have been reports about a new Bloodline forming too, so I am kind of intrigued about that.
I don't know who the legal
I'll see if there's anything, because was it Sunday? Nope. This is Sunday. It was Friday. I don't even know what day it is. We read something about rumors swirling of a new Bloodline forming, so we'll see if there's anything else on that. But It says, while Sami Zayn still has a chance to walk away with the win and potentially make the WrestleMania match in a three-way bout, spoilers suggest that might not be the case. According to the recent betting odds from BetOnline, Roman Reigns is currently the heavy favorite to beat Sami Zayn and retain his title. The other matches on the main card include 2 Elimination Chamber matches. The first one is for the WWE United States Championship, pitting Austin Theory against 5 other challengers. The other chamber match will see 5 female competitors compete, with a Raw Women's Championship match at WrestleMania 39 hanging in the balance. Finally, the event will see Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley team up to face their rivals from many months, Edge and Beth Phoenix, in a mixed tag match. Furthermore, it is heavily speculated that Brock Lesnar will compete against Bobby Lashley for the 3rd time after weeks of feuding. And here are the recent betting odds for the Elimination Chamber event. So undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns is sitting at a negative 2,000, and Sami Zayn is a plus 700. That is a big difference in betting odds there, boy. I just wouldn't even bother betting on that match unless I had a huge chunk of money to drop on that shit. Those are not good odds. United States Championship Elimination Chamber match. Austin Theory is at a negative 175. Seth Rollins at a plus 200. Montez Ford, who I'd actually like to see win it because I want to see Montez Ford step out and start going solo here. They don't have to break up the team, right? They don't have to do that. And ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is all the winners of the match. Apparently his team Johnny Braddock. But anyways, Demolition and the Wolfpack have just defeated the Bloodline. So congratulations to Team The Turret Man, Team Complete Geek TV, Team Glanola, and of course Team Night the Undying. Big victory over the Bloodline as we get closer to the next big stream preview of 2023, which is of course our very first award show ever in Archiverse history. It'll be at the end of the month when we get to induct some very deserving people into the Archiverse Hall of Legends. I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun. But a big win for Demolition and the Wolfpack. Congratulations, guys. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we move on to our Archiverse World Championship Gold Rush Tournament qualifying matchups. We have 4 of them. We have 4 of them. And let me just remind you, the first of the qualifiers is going to see the man called Drek taking on The Undertaker. The second matchup is going to see the Iceman Christian Hart against William Regal. The third matchup, the Soulman Jay Simmons taking on Bruiser Brody. And then last but not least, the one Elijah Archer taking on the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. And that caps off the first 4 of the qualifying matchups. Again, there will be 2 more qualifier matchups Tuesday night on Wrestle Wars Genesis, and then Friday night, WCW Starrcade will cap off the qualifier matchups and have the final 2 matchups before we have our Gold Rush Tournament, which each individual, obviously, that wins each of their respective matches will be automatically entered into the tournament, and then they will go to battle over the now vacant World Championship. So there's a lot going down tonight and a lot to happen over the course of the week. But let's go. Let's get to the next match of the night. And here we go. Starting things off with the Gold Rush Tournament qualifier matchup number 1. The man called Drek with his partner in crime, Tony Stone. The Weapons of Mass Destruction showing up in full force here tonight to take on The Undertaker. Here we go. All right. Apparently video production team behind the game tonight. All right, let me catch up on chat real quick here. Whoa.
I got a Jet Archer. I'll catch the rerun tomorrow.
Let's see.
Rest of the show. Hand orange covering eyes. Hand
all right, Life, have a
covering
good night.
eyes.
Appreciate
Hand
you.
orange covering eyes.
Yo, Mr. T's in the house. What's going on, Mr. T? That was actually pretty good timing, actually, considering your team just picked up a big W with the Wolfpack. Anyways, Mr. T, what's going on? What's new and exciting? Good to see you. I see you're going to be playing some Super Metroid. Or at least you have been playing Super Metroid, is that correct? I'm just going back in the chat here for just a minute. Hold on.
Perfect timing. Going well. How are you, sir? I have been offline, yup.
Alright, so War technically... Well, I already read that. I don't know who the legal man is on the bloodline since Sammy was eliminated. Looks like it's Solo. Kate says the one guy looks like he's got leather pants. Yes, we did determine that we do believe that it was Marshall Omega that had the leather pants. The other guy, too. The brown leather pants. We're just going to keep trying to prove that I'm wrong here. I see how this is working out. Fantastic. I'm certainly glad at this point life is leaving. The double teaming, that is not cool at all. In any way, shape, or form, by the way. Not appreciated. How dare both of you. God damn it, why can't I vote like this is the land of purple? Well, because this is the land of red. The Shark Tank. No villainy here, thankfully. Perfect timing. I mean, I'm doing okay. I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing? Could be better, could be worse. It's one of those situations. But yourself, doing well. But was I right about the Super Metroid thing?
Stopping in for a few while I take a treatment.
All right, Glenola. Appreciate you being here. I know you were rested up. You weren't feeling good today. Hopefully you're feeling at least a little bit better. I have been offline. Oh, okay. You've been offline. Okay, hold up. Excuse me. I literally said that's War and Marshall Omega. Please point out where I said no. Stop it. We are not doing this, Life. We're not doing this. A little better? That's good. Excellent. Didn't you say you were leaving? I'm pretty sure. It's not funny. That is not funny. But did you not say you were leaving? You have the same problem Glenola does. Glenola says he's leaving, then he lurks and then starts causing villainy. He can't do that tonight either. Ha-ha. You can't do it here. That's what's really bothering you, right? You wanted to drop a ban or something before you left. A swear jar.
He did say he had to jet.
He did say he had to jet. Yes.
Well, now Glenola is here, so I had to say hi.
Oh, I see. Okay. You had to say hi and then make sure I know that I was incorrect about something. We had to bring that back up. I see. Okay. Well, thank you, Life. I appreciate that. Fantastic. All right.
Big smile.
Yo, John in
Hi,
West
everyone.
Texas. What's going on, John in West Texas? How's your evening? Welcome in. We're just about to start the first of the 4 qualifier matchups for the Archiverse World Championship Gold Rush Tournament. So you come at a good time. The only thing you missed was the first 2 matches of the night. We had a women's 8 Vixen elimination tag team matchup, and of course then we just finished the men's. They were tag to brag elimination style matchups. Hardcore Country and the Union defeated the New Millennia and the Outlaws. Great matchup. It was a long match, not to mention. And then you just missed Demolition and the Wolfpack picking up a victory over the Bloodline. The Bloodline being Solo Sikoa, the Usos, and Sami Zayn. Okay, I'm leaving now. Good night, everyone. Fantastic. I don't have to worry about you yelling at me and or trying to double team with somebody against, you know, or bringing up things that don't need to be discussed. Awesome. Goodbye, Life.
Tournament time.
Tournament time. Yeah, well, I mean, not until...
Emoji smiling face with sunglasses.
I'm going to say maybe next Sunday, I think. Because there's the 4 qualifier matches tonight. There's 2 more qualifier matches Tuesday night, and then the final 2 are Friday. So... maybe Sunday. Boo. Why is that boo? How is that boo in any way, shape, or form? You got to have the qualifier matchups to make the tournament. I mean, this isn't AEW. We don't just throw a match together and hope for the best, sir. That is not how it works here. But anyways, where is the point redemption? There is no redemptions here. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Less distractions, no swear jars, nobody trying to ban me from matches. It's lovely. I see no fault in it. I see no fault in it. But anyways, let's get this first qualifier matchup underway. Let's go. Bunch of villains. Anyways. I'm also safe from AKOs. That is true. That is true, Oni. You definitely are safe. But I mean, life's not here anyways. So there's really nobody to AKO you. Except for maybe Joe Link.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
Alright, so I'm going to go back. I'm actually not going to continue reading the betting odds. It really doesn't make a difference. It doesn't affect Matthew. Actually, I think pro wrestling, one of the very stupidest things you could ever bet money on. But anyway, I'll just leave that at that. Here's WWE's plans for Roman Reigns in Saudi Arabia. Apparently they were debunked. Apparently there were some rumors swirling about some plans for Roman Reigns over in Saudi Arabia. This is ringsidenews.com, and H. Jenkins published the article. It says WWE has a lot of plans to nail down on the road to WrestleMania, even after the big April extravaganza. WWE, I almost said we. Nice. WWE already has plans to make another Saudi Arabia trip in the next month in May. That's not the next month. What the fuck are they talking about? Damn, they need to learn the months of the year. The next month in May. How do you like that? How do you like those apples? I mean, they're just skipping right through March and April, going directly into May. I mean, if you're going to skip a month, why not February? Why not skip through February? Anyways, a report is going around that said WWE is planning for Roman Reigns main eventing the Saudi Arabia show in May. It's currently unknown what the pay-per-view will be called, but my sources tell me he wouldn't be surprised if it was WrestleMania Backlash in Saudi Arabia. We've been able to confirm that the company is not thinking that far ahead right now, but a tenured member of the WWE creative team confirmed to Ringside News that there has not been any discussion as to the talent going to Saudi Arabia yet. This is true especially regarding the name of the pay-per-view being WrestleMania Backlash and who will compete at the event. At this point, there have been no creative discussion, no discussion with Saudis as to who will headline, or no forms filled out for visas. The simple fact is that WWE is not there yet regarding those plans. I mean, personally, I don't believe that either. I mean, don't give me that. They plan everything far in advance. I mean, WrestleMania is sometimes planned more than a year in advance, and at least a year in advance. And with a deal as big as Saudi Arabia, you know that they're talking about that. You know they're not just coming up with on-the-whim plans for Saudi or any Saudi Arabia premium live event when that's such a big deal with the Saudis. Like, give me a break. Anyways, Ringside News was the first to exclusively report in October 2022 that WWE's next Saudi Arabia event was moved to May. As of this writing, that is still the plan, but it doesn't mean that WWE has any plans outside of that. WWE is planning to make a Saudi Arabia return in May for another event, but that is all in the information that is confirmed at this time. And it just says keep checking back. They'll update the article with any new information they get regarding the matter. But I mean, I just don't believe they're not planning that ahead of time. I just don't. I don't buy that at all. All right, I'll catch up on the chat here real quick. Give me a second.
Almost there. Nice elbow, and he's out.
My team lost the Super Bowl early. Yes, they did. Yes, they did, sir. Although, to be fair, you know, that game-changing call they made is still highly suspect to me. I mean, I watched that play a few times after they reviewed it a few times and showed it. And I don't know. I don't know that as a ref I would have made that call at all. I would have let that slide, man. It's the Super Bowl. I just don't know. That was a crazy, crazy call, and it was a game changer. That was a game changer. You know? I can only imagine what the Eagles fans in the audience were thinking at that very moment and how they were feeling, because I know, I'm not a Kansas City Chief fan anymore, but I was at one time. You know, I've also been a 49ers fan, but I mean, neither here nor there. But man, I felt for the Eagles team, and I felt for their fans, because it was bad, man. It was bad. That was a bad call. The Glenalians redeem cut. No, they don't. You can't redeem things here, sir. Nice try. And how dare you for suggesting that there are Glenalians here. We have Glenalian barriers. We do not allow such savage little bastards in here. Knowing you'll AKO me immediately your next Twitch stream. You know, now I am going to AKO you immediately because you called on a stream. How dare you? It is a broadcast. Being in Kansas City, I can't complain. No, you can't joke. You can't take it back. You cannot take it back. NFL and their perfect yeah. Well, it was pretty bad though. I mean, I'm not saying that Kansas City wouldn't have still come back and won, but there's definitely the question of would they have. I don't know, because I mean, Philadelphia was playing hard, playing strong. It was just crazy. It was a crazy call for me. I don't know, man. Like, and can we define holding, please? We need to define the term holding. I don't know. Anyways, let's move on from that, I guess. I mean, unless anybody else has anything else they'd like to share or input on the situation. And look at that, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is all. The winner of the first qualifier matchup and automatically entered into the Archer's World Championship Gold Rush Tournament, representing the Wolfpack. Or sorry, I said it. The Wolfpack. Holy fuck. Glenola, I just added a member to your faction, man. And a very good one, because he does happen to be the WCW World Champion. A member of the Weapons of Mass Destruction, and of course representing Team Dedrick, the man called Drek, with a big W over The Undertaker. Congratulations to Drek, and of course Team Dedrick and the Weapons of Mass Destruction. I was going to say I'll issue the payout for that, but no, I won't. I will not.
Face orange raised eyebrow.
Wait, isn't this a football channel? That is not funny. This is not a football channel, but we are discussing football, though. But, Mr. T, what are your thoughts on that? Honestly, what did you think of the call? I mean, I just, wow. I can't help but to thinking, man, that was such a pivotal moment. I don't know. Glenola, did you watch it? Were you watching the Super Bowl? Oni, what about you? John in West Texas? Are any of you guys watching the Super Bowl tonight?
By the book, it was
Mr. T says, by the book, it was holding. It was a stretch to call it when there were so few penalties all game. I mean, it was barely a hold, though, is my problem with it. Which is, I mean, did you rewatch it? Because it was more of a grasping than a hold. And he didn't even, it wasn't even more than a couple of seconds that he even had a hold of him. And again, it's the Super Bowl.
Yes, I
right? It's the biggest game of the year. And I don't know, man. I don't know. I thought it was terrible. Awful. And again, I think it changed everything. I think it changed everything.
They just look for the tug of the jersey.
Yeah, well, they
Field was
definitely
slippery,
did
too.
just look for the tug of the... Now, I can sort of understand that because here's the thing. Historically, holding a problem, just like in any other sport, and there were a lot, especially when it came to the one-handed holds, it became very... a lot of situations became volatile, so they came up with a simple situation, and it's just they do look for that tugging of the jersey. That did happen. My problem with it, though, again, is if you rewatch it, I mean, is he Spider-Man? Like, he barely had it. He barely had any kind of a grasp. It didn't affect any movement or motion. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a tough one for me.
Next year, the Super Bowl will be for the first time in Las Vegas.
Yeah, well, I mean, I knew that was going to happen eventually. You know, they can make a lot of money there, right? They can make a lot of money. John West Texas says, field was slippery. Yeah, it was very slippery. I mean, they had all hands on deck out there filling divots all night long, and people were changing cleats, and oh my God. That aspect of things was kind of messy. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, the next match of the night is the second match in the tournament qualifiers, and it is the Iceman Christian Hart from Team Christian Cool taking on Sir Lord William Steven Regal. Who do you guys think has the W in this one? But without further ado, let's get this qualifying matchup rocking and rolling. Let's go. That call was up there with like Des
Hart 1-0-0.
Yeah. Yep. Turtman says Hart 100%. That is a big gamble if you've watched the Iceman Christian Hart perform as of late. Especially against somebody like William Regal. One of the most technically sound wrestlers on the planet. Or at least was. I mean, he's not an active wrestler these days. He's stepping into this qualifying matchup to try and take on Christian Hart, however. Where could I bet? That is not funny. You know you can't do that.
That's what they're doing right now, Corey.
That is a fail
Let's see what they've got then.
at an attempt at humor. Matter of fact, but anyways, all right, let's see what else is going on. If there's nothing else really interesting in the dirt sheets, I might just change things up and move on to one of our lists for the evening.
A class is in session. A man who has held countless championships.
And I really don't see a whole lot, I'll be honest.
Face blue smiling. Face blue smiling.
And his opponent, representing Legacy from Black.
I mean, there's an article that talks about WWE not ever planning to, I mean, they said they never had planned to split up Roman Reigns' undisputed Universal titles. I don't really know what that's about. That was from yesterday.
King of the Ring.
Not to mention a real man's man.
I sure do miss that.
So this is ringsidenews.com, H. Jenkins, and it says WWE is well on the road to WrestleMania 39, and fans already saw a big change of plans in front of their eyes as The Rock pulled out of the show of shows. A previously penciled-in match against Roman Reigns will now go to Cody Rhodes as the undisputed Universal Champion is set to be defended. There's a thought out there that Cody Rhodes was initially set to challenge for a different title at WrestleMania. The idea is that WWE changed those plans for Cody to go after a different title on night one of WrestleMania, but that isn't the case. During Wrestling Observer Radio with Dave Meltzer, Meltzer spoke on WWE's plan for WrestleMania. He stated that there was a plan for a second title to be defended on the first night of the two-night event. The key, and this is a quote, the key to this is that they are not creating a new championship on the Saturday night show. Yeah, they were talking about doing a second title on Saturday night. If it was Roman and The Rock, then they were going to create a championship on Saturday night that Cody would have probably ended up winning. But it was Cody, Drew, or Rollins that was going to come out of that one. They were creating a second one because they want to go back to 2 titles. I mean, there is 2 titles. They just need to have separate victors. I don't understand this. Never mind. I'll just stop there. So we were further told that any confusion about splitting up Roman Reigns' titles might be contributed. Behind-the-scenes information about redoing a number of WWE belts. But there is no plan to split up the head of the table's hardware. The Rock is not slated to make an in-ring return at WrestleMania. He could not get ready for the match in time for the show of shows. That being said, when there was a plan for The Rock to take on Roman Reigns, splitting up the Tribal Chiefs titles was never part of the situation. And it just says we'll have to see how things transpire as we make our way down the road to WrestleMania. And of course, they'll update us on any changes to that particular story as we move forward. So, not really very much informative there.
Oh, this is gonna hurt. Regal did his homework.
I heard Triple H is scrapping the Corbin get. Well, I mean, they've already put an end to his affiliation with JBL, so yeah, pretty much.
We are witnessing.
Puddle says Archer would know funny if it bit him. Well,
It's locked in, the crossface.
I'll let you have that one. How about that? Just because you weren't feeling well today, and you know, you did actually make the effort to show up to the show. You woke up from your nap and decided to stop in to episode number 15 of YTD Academy Live. Much appreciated, by the way. I will let you have that one. I'm feeling generous. A moment of weakness, one might say. New Day, are they staying in NXT? Probably not, no. I assume that's just something that's in place until they get the tag team division back in order. That's my guess, anyways. Just my opinion, though, as well. I mean, does anybody else have an opinion on that? You think the New Day stays in NXT? I mean, I highly doubt it. But
outside. This could be good.
I do not think that happens.
Power slam. We're reaching a point where these superstars must be hurt, must be vulnerable.
All right. Anyways, I don't think there's anything really much left to discuss as far as dirt sheets go. It is not the true episode 450. Well, are we going to go there again? What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you, sir?
He's heading to the floor, but he can't take his time.
You still hurt by the fact that 450 ended up on Wrestle Wars Genesis. I would make a comparison there, but it could get me in trouble. So again, I will leave that one alone. I will leave it at that.
Serious damage to the arm being inflicted here.
All right, so anyways, I have a couple of lists. I had them the other night, never got around to them. So I'm going to start things off. This is a list by the Sportster, and it is the 10 best WWE United States Championship matches according to CageMatch.net. So from Open Challenge to Tournament Finals, there have been some fantastic matches where the WWE United States Championship was on the line. The United States Championship has been one of WWE's prestigious mid-card titles since its inception in 2003. Following the purchase of WCW, who actually had a United States Championship before them. WWE, look at this! Wow, Christian Hart has already tapped out William Regal. So the winner of the match and moving on to the Gold Rush Tournament this Sunday night, or at least tentatively. potentially. The plan is for it to be this Sunday night. For the Archivers World Championship Gold Rush Tournament, the Iceman Christian Hart from Team Christian Cool. Congratulations, Team Christian Cool. The Iceman with a big victory. And wouldn't it be interesting if the Iceman, I know Archer's in the qualifying matchups and there's other formidable superstars that are going to be in the matchups as we move forward. But wouldn't it be interesting to see the Iceman become the world champion? I don't even know if he's been the world champion. Has he been the Archerverse world champion? I think he's only been WCW world champion. I'd have to look into that. But I feel like that's accurate. Glenola, has he been the Archerverse world champion? Can you fact check that for me? Just go over to the Archerverse Discord and just go under TAV former world champions, if you will. I would appreciate that. All right, so there we go. The Iceman Christian Hart is the victor and automatically entered into the Archivers World Championship Gold Rush Tournament. So let's move on to matchup number 3 of our qualifier matchups. And here we go. The Soul Man Jay Simmons from Team J Negative Gaming, of course, representing Phenomenal Soul, taking on Bruiser Brody in the third of our qualifier matchups. What do you guys think about this one? Does Bruiser Brody come in and smash Jay Simmons, or does the Soul Man duck and jive and dance his way to victory? What do you think? I know if Joe Link was here, actually Joe Link is probably lurking, but if he was here, he would say he is backing the Soul Man. I'm going to guess that Glenola backs the Soul Man. And I will also guess that the Turret Man will back the Soul Man here.
Sorry, I stepped away for a moment.
Sorry, I stepped away. Who am I looking for? You're looking for a man with a hat, glasses, and a striped shirt. A hat, glasses, and a striped shirt. Normally blue jeans. Pair of red and white cons. Little sketchy. Name is Waldo. I mean... No, what I said was, I'm assuming you would back the Soulman Jay Simmons here against Bruiser Brody.
Soulman.
Uh-huh. 'Tis what I thought. Mr. T, what about you? John in West Texas, what about you? In the meantime, let's get things rocking and rolling. The Soulman Jay Simmons versus Bruiser Brody. Matchup number 3 in the qualifying matchups. Let's go. Showtime and go time. That don't help my brain. Okay, is there anything that does? I mean, if you can answer that question, Mr. Finer Than Frog's Hair.
What title holder am I looking for?
What title holder am I looking for? Title holder? No. I said that you would be backing the Soulman Jay Simmons over Bruiser Brody because they are in the next qualifying matchup, sir. You really aren't feeling well. But, I mean, they are qualifying. What I said earlier was they are qualifying matchups for the Archiverse World Championship Gold Rush Tournament. But you're not looking for any specific title holder. I was just saying that I was guessing you would choose the Soul, and you did. But anyways. All right. Let me get back to that list. So it says, following the purchase of WCW, WWE reintroduced the United States Championship under their new banner and crowned Eddie Guerrero as the inaugural champion in 2003. So far, 49 superstars have held the WWE version of the United States Championship, with obviously Austin Theory as the current champion, and he's of course defending that title in the Elimination Chamber. The superstars who have held the United States Championship over the years have defended the title against all comers. Some of those U.S. title matches caught the fans' attention for the top-notch performances of the superstars and have gained tons of praises from the fans and critics alike. With that said, let's look at the 10 best United States Championship matches in WWE history, ranked as per ratings from CageMatch.net. Glenola, what do you think about that? It is ranked, sir. Kate says, my bet is on Fuzzy Sweater Guy. Oh my God. Kate, I've already divulged the names of the superstars in the ring, madam. One is Bruiser Brody, and the other, the Soul Man Jay Simmons. I'm assuming, because I know you're an intelligent person, I know this for a fact, I'm assuming you can tell the difference on which one is which.
Representing the
Just saying.
Disaster.
I'm just throwing that out there.
Santa Fe, New Mexico. Weighing in at 284
Just throwing that out there. Anyways, you asked me to fact check if someone held. Oh, right. Sorry. The World Championship. Did Christian Hart? Did he hold the World Championship, or did he only hold the WCW World Championship? Names, right? All good. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to hassle you on that. I was just merely saying. But anyways, yeah, did you look that up, Little?
To be one of the biggest names this business has ever seen. I'm not ready to crown him as the next big thing just yet, but his performance in this match could sway me. You're not the only person he'll be looking to convince tonight, but he'll be facing off against someone who is...
Or are you still looking it up?
All the naysayers, someone ready to claim a spot at the top of our business.
A drop kick from the middle rope. Nicely
Glenola.
Looks like he held
There
it
you are.
down.
Looks like he held it. Oh, he did hold it once? Oh, okay. Interesting. I actually thought he's only held the WCW championship. That's interesting. Okay. Still, though, it's been a hot minute since Christian Hart has held a world championship, so it'd be cool. I mean, even though there's, again, other prominent names in there, Archer's in there as well, so. But I don't know. I've always liked Christian Hart. He's an awesome character. And we all know that the Wolfman has been world champion.
How is that allowed inside a WWE ring?
Anyway, speaking of champions, back to my best United States Championship matches of all time. But anyways, Glenola, what do you think of this being a supposed ranked match list? It is a ranked match list.
Hits hard, lands harder.
Glenola and I love the terms ranked or top.
Whatever's playing here can't be good.
Scoop slam sets things up. Clawing the
All right.
face is
Anyways,
necessary. Ripping at the
I think Glenola
eyes.
got a bit more of a lag than I thought he had, so I'm just going to move on from here.
He's staring his opponent down, getting into that zone.
So the superstars who have held the United States Championship over the years that have defended the title against all comers, some of those U.S. title matches caught the fans' attention for the top-notch performances of the superstars and have gained tons of praises. These are all being ranked, and again, it is a ranked list, and it is by CageMatch.net. I don't know if you guys are familiar with CageMatch.net, but they do tend to rank a lot of things, everything from pro wrestling to combat sports to regular sports. But anyways, we're starting things off here with number 10. And it looks like they're giving this matchup a rating of a 7.78. So this is Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles from Backlash 2017. After winning the United States Championship from Chris Jericho on the May 2nd, 2017 episode of SmackDown, Kevin Owens found his first challenger in AJ Styles. They squared off at the 2017 Backlash pay-per-view with the title on the line, and the two put on a noteworthy performance in the match that lasted 21 minutes and 10 seconds. Styles looked like the favorite to dethrone Owens to win the title, but the closing moments of the match saw the Phenomenal One getting his leg trapped in the announce table, which resulted in him getting counted out and Owens retaining the title. I remember that. That pissed me off, actually. You know, I'm all for a good non-finish, so to speak, from time to time, but not in an instance like that. Not in those situations. I did not enjoy it. After it, you will know the position of his cerebral... What? Clonola. My guy. What? Enjoy it. After it, you will know the position of his cerebral matter. Like, what in the blue hell am I missing here? Good God, you're hurting my head. I mean, I can go to work and have that happen, Glenola. Actually, I can come home and have that happen. Go figure. Anyway. You will know if his brains are in his ass. Okay. Enjoy it. After it, you will know the position of his cerebral matter. You will know if his brains are in his ass. Like, are you okay, man? Are you high? Or am I not high enough? Because I can fix that. Actually, I'm fixing to fix that. Momentarily, as a matter of fact. But, seriously though. What? Anyway, back to the list before he confuses me further. So John Cena versus Kevin Owens, Battleground 2015 got a 7.71, and that is the next match being discussed. So Kevin Owens entered into a rivalry with John Cena after making his main roster debut. Both traded victories over each other at the 2015 Elimination Chamber and Money in the Bank pay-per-views. The feud culminated with a final match between the two over Cena's United States Championship at the 2015 Battleground pay-per-view. The two superstars. Wow, Bruiser Brody just took out Jay Simmons. Holy shit. That was quick. So, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, and moving on to the Archiverse World Championship Gold Rush Tournament, representing the Natural Disasters, Bruiser Brody is your victor. And man, these qualifying matches are getting very, very interesting.
It's got to be humiliating.
Very, very interesting. Wow.
You thought he was going to win this match.
Oh, I kind of did too.
That is incredible.
Yay.
Ranked list. Depending on his rankings, if it is too bad, we will know his brains. Oh, right. Okay. Well, that you were not being specific. For not being specific. How was I supposed to get that out of that? Not to mention, you have a bit of a lag on your end, so the conversation had already progressed, and then that was kind of backtracking, and, well, you know. You know. Kate says, yay! The man with the sweater. The man with the sweater won. Bruiser Brody is his name, though. And congratulations to Bruiser Brody and the Natural Disasters. Big win as Bruiser Brody now advances into the tournament. But here we go. Next match of the night and the final qualifying match of the evening. And then, of course, we hit the championship rounds. We have 3 titles on the line. 2 World Championships, and of course the YTD Academy European Wrestling Championship on the line as well this evening. So still quite a bit of action to go, but here we go. It is the one Elijah Archer taking on the Tribal Chief. The head of the table, Roman Reigns, the leader of the Bloodline. What do you guys think? Again, no betting is going to be taking place tonight. You can save that for Tuesday. Who knows? Maybe they'll clash again. But who do you guys think wins this one? Is it going to be Elijah Archer or is it going to be Roman Reigns? What do you think? Go all in on your bets. Let's go. Come on. Have a good night. Back to bed for this old man. Good Lord, Glenola. You're not even that old. But all right, my guy. I will talk to you tomorrow. I happen to be off tomorrow, so if you happen to be live tomorrow, I will, of course, be by. And I do not have a show tomorrow. At least I don't have one planned.
Oh, snap. This LL be good.
It should be a good match, yeah. These two have a rivalry. They go back quite a few months.
Still hoping to do
Red's by lucky color. Is it? Still hoping to do the overnight tomorrow. Oh, Jesus, you're actually going to do that? That is crazy. That is crazy. So, Glenola, do you want to tell everybody what you're talking about before you go? And still hoping to do the overnight tomorrow night. That probably doesn't. That's pretty vague.
Archer will look like he is going to win and choke.
Archer will look like he's going to win, then choke. Well, thank you for that assessment. Thank you for that assessment. That was wonderful. I'm sure he'd appreciate that. The confidence. You know. But anyways, yeah, do you want to, before you go, do you want to explain the whole overnight thing to everybody so they know what's going on? In the meantime, let's get this matchup rocking and rolling. The one Elijah Archer versus the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. Let's go. Apparently Kate's going for Elijah Archer because red is her lucky color. I mean, what a way to choose a match selection. On Twitch, I am hoping to do a stream tomorrow night into daytime Tuesday. And are you going to be playing Far Cry Primal, or are you going to be playing something different? Do you have a plan for that? Are you going to play more than one game? Are you going to have a naked hot tub stream? To which I would be all in for.
Making his way to the ring.
It worked with the sweater.
The coalition from the
yes, the sweater. The Bruiser Brody match. Kate, you mean, right? Of course. Yes.
Just look at the swagger on display. I love it. Swagger. Really, Saxton. You know a number of people
the home of Archer's favorite Glenalians. I hate Glenalians. They are ghastly little creatures. I mean, how you would think I enjoy those little things. Ghastly little bastards. All of them. But if anybody's not already following Glenola on Twitch, feel free to click the link. Jump on over, smash his follow button, and enjoy his content when he goes live. He is a variety streamer, of course, right now, playing Far Cry Primal. He was playing Far Cry 6, and of course he was playing Dead Red Redemption prior to that, and still dabbles in Dead Red Redemption. Actually, it's Dead Red Redemption 2. But definitely click the follow button, and when he goes live, go over and support him, check out the content, enjoy your time. Not just watching him fail at a video game, which is quite fun and amuses me greatly at times, but also the community is one of our extended communities, so you can always have a good time with discussion in the chat room as well.
Representing the Blood Brothers from Pensacola, Florida.
All right, anyways, you'll be playing... okay, yeah, but I may also play some Fall Guys. Nice. Nice. I should eventually actually... I don't like the game. but just for the sake of not being a party pooper, I would play it with everybody. So I should probably download that at some point. I have yet to do that. Of course, I don't exactly have all the time in the world to do things like that. This is why I don't participate in community events like that very often, but I also like Marbles Online. Actually, Glenola, you should play some Marbles Online.
Free on PS4.
It is free, yes. This I know. This I know. But yeah, you should play some Marbles Online. That could be fun. And with Marbles Online, anybody can play. Even if they want to play it on their cell phone, they can still join in and play and be a part of the community group. Which is why I suggest that. Because with Fall Guys, I mean, if they can't download it, if they don't have access to the game, I can't stream from my PC. Oh, that's right. Shit, forgot. Yeah, I forgot about that. Well, okay, so much for that idea.
Yeah, a consistent work ethic is what you're talking about, Michael. He's not someone who will rest on his laurels. He never has been.
Mr. T, before I forget, sir,
and then there's Roman Reigns, who
when exactly is your next stream?
We've come to expect.
Because I know you've been playing Super Metroid offline, you said. I was fairly certain I hadn't seen you go live, so it must have been offline. But when are you going live again, sir? For anybody that isn't familiar with Mr. T, the silent assassin of the Archerverse, of course. Also a variety streamer. Fantastic human being, great content over his channel, and again, another extended community with lots of great people to have discussions with, so there's no reason at all not to jump over to Mr. T's channel and check him out when he goes live, but I just don't know when that is. Alright, Global, I will talk to you, well, at some point tomorrow. I'm off. At some point tomorrow. I mean, just shoot me a message when you're up, I guess. That's probably the easiest. I don't know what your sleeping schedule is these days, so just do it that way. I'm not a fan of messaging somebody if I know they can't reply. It's just one of those things. Anyway, Mr. T is tardy with his response. And in the meantime, I'm going to move on with that list as well. So number 8 on this list was Daniel Bryan versus The Miz, Night of Champions 2010, and that got a 7.77. So after taking The Miz's spot in the Team WWE at 2010's SummerSlam pay-per-view, Daniel Bryan entered into a rivalry with his former NXT Pro over the United States Championship. This match took place at the 2010 Night of Champions pay-per-view and turned out to be the starting point of their long and iconic rivalry. The Miz had the advantage at the event with his NXT Season 2 rookie Alex Riley in his corner, but Bryan overcame the odds after a 12-minute and 29-second match that was back-and-forth contest and defeated The Miz by submission to win his first United States Championship. I actually remember that matchup very vividly, and that was actually a really, really good matchup. Very fast-paced. It really was a back-and-forth contest. I pretty much knew that match was going to end. Just, you know how you can tell, like when a matchup is playing out, you know if they're going to try and finish that match by submission, or if they're going to try and, pin, etc. You just know, and it was just the feel of the match, how it was playing out, how things were transpiring, and I was right. So, and plus it was Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan likes to finish his matches by submission, right? So there's that. But it was a really, really good match. If you haven't seen that match, I definitely recommend going and watching it. Very, very good match. In Kate, there's no people with sweaters or leather pants. hate to disappoint. No, there's red shorts. I mean, Daniel Bryan quite frequently wears red shorts. There's that. But anyways, all right. So number 7 on the list. Another match. This matchup was really, really good. Here's the thing. I'm going to be honest. I didn't expect this match to be good at all in any way, shape, or form. And they ended up putting on. I wouldn't say it was a masterclass, but it was a very, very good performance. So anyways, Damian Priest won the United States Championship the first time when he defeated Sheamus at the 2021 SummerSlam pay-per-view. Following his victory, Priest successfully defended the title against the likes of Drew McIntyre, Jeff Hardy, and Sheamus in various matches. His feud with Sheamus over the U.S. title came to a conclusion on the September 27, 2021 episode of Raw, where Priest defended the title against the Celtic Warrior in a no disqualification and no count-out matchup. The match played out for 15 minutes and 55 seconds with both superstars taking each other to their limits, and it ended with Damian Priest sending Sheamus through a table before hitting his finishing move to get the pin and retain the title. And again, not a match. And that is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the match. And moving on to the Archer vs. World Championship Gold Rush Tournament, the one Elijah Archer has defeated the Tribal Chief. All right, congratulations. Oh, they're not done. Good God, they are not finished. Archer is fired right up. Holy Jesus. He's still pissed off because he had his title taken away, you see. I mean, for those that don't know, Archer was the world champion, and one of our streamer teams decided it would be fun to remove the title from him. So they redeemed Explode to the championship and immediately vacated the world championship, which is why we're having qualifying matchups. And, of course, Sunday night, or at least, again, the plan. I will let everybody know in plenty of due time if anything changes. But I do plan for the tournament to be this Sunday night. And again, the participants will be whomever wins their qualifying matchups. We've already seen 4. We have 4 entrants into the tournament already. And then, again, Tuesday night on Wrestle Wars Genesis, we will have 2 more qualifying matchups. And then we will have our final 2 matchups on WCW Starrcade on Friday. And that will lead us right in to the Gold Rush Tournament on Sunday. All right, so anyways, here we go. We are now officially heading into the championship rounds. Mr. T, you haven't seen the Wrestle Wars Genesis since I redesigned the arena, have you? I just thought of that. Or have you? Were you lurking on Genesis last week?
I don't think I have.
You don't think you have? Okay, so I mean Tuesday night you'll see it. Looks fantastic. I sort of kind of I redesigned the whole damn arena. So the whole arena looks different. I mean, you know how I get. You know, I notice a flaw, the next thing you know, I'm just changing everything.
Y'all got this.
You know. But it looks great. It looks fantastic. So again, Tuesday night. And since you don't stream on Tuesday nights, so hey, speaking of which, will you be streaming this week? Is it possible to see Mr. T go live this week?
Looking forward to it.
Okay, so I know that's the response to seeing the Genesis Arena. I think pretty much everybody else has already seen the new Genesis Arena, but for those that haven't, you'll be able to see it on Tuesday night, obviously.
Hope so, but I've lied to you before. Face me smiling.
Yeah, well, you know. I mean, life happens. Sometimes you make plans and those plans fall through. You know? You kind of got to roll with the punches. Or at least that's, you know. But, so, yeah, so we're talking Wednesday or Thursday, Friday, Saturday? What day were you thinking? Or if you look at it from a different perspective, Mr. T, perhaps you didn't really lie. Sometimes,
Wednesday, maybe.
and I do say sometimes, plans that you may have in life just take a little longer to
Still
perfect and
haven't you
execute,
decided?
so to speak. Right? So not necessarily a lie. Wednesday, maybe? Yeah, still haven't decided. Okay.
That is true.
It is very true. And I'm not even just talking about your stream, anything else. Same thing. Same thing. Sometimes you just gotta change your strategy. All right? You can still be full game, but you gotta change that strategy. In your case, you just gotta pick a damn night to stream. Unless, of course, you've made Mrs. T angry lately, then there's a whole different strategy you got to come up with. Speaking of which, how is Mrs. T? Since you haven't been streaming, we of course haven't had any new news or had her, interfere with your stream in some form or purchase you a new hat or all of the wonderful things she does for your stream.
LOL, she's great. We spent today with my family.
Nice.
We all had a good time.
Fantastic. Family time's important when it can be had. I mean, I know some people don't have that as an option, but do you guys have plans for Valentine's Day? I know Valentine's Day is what? Tuesday? Tuesday. You guys got Valentine's Day plans? You taking your wife out dancing? Gonna buy her some chocolates and some roses? What's the plan, Stan? You got a plan? For God's sakes, I hope you don't say no. I mean, unless you don't celebrate Valentine's Day, of course. She probably does need to pick a new hat for me. Yeah, well, I mean, you definitely need a new hat. It's time. It is time for a new hat. All right, well, we continue this discussion. Let's get the next match of the night underway. We are at the championship rounds, the final 3 matches of the night. And we're starting things off. It is the YTD European Wrestling Championship on the line. Fat lad Mitchell Vaughn from Team Dogface putting the title on the line against the original villain of the Archerverse, Kareem Key Woods from Team I'm Just Key, and of course, Carino Sinister Farmer from Team Cornhush Show. Both men looking to dethrone Fat Lad. What do you guys think? Who's walking out the European champion here? And while you decide, it is showtime and go time. First matchup in the championship rounds. Let's go. All right, anyways, I'm looking to get her a present, but we just spend the night at home. The city will likely be insane the next few days. Yeah, well, I mean, tell me about it. My city's crazy already. Preparing for it, so. Work was definitely busy today. Definitely busy today.
The following contest is a triple threat.
Anybody else have plans for Valentine's Day?
For the European Wrestling Championship. Introducing the challenger.
I mean, for those that celebrate,
Tons of funk from Boston,
perhaps you don't,
Massachusetts.
and that's okay. If you don't, that is absolutely a fine.
The villain, Kareem Woods.
People always have their reasons.
Gentlemen, huge title match coming up, and a huge opportunity for the
Now, do you guys have any traditions for Valentine's Day, Mr. T? Like, do you guys watch movies or anything? Is it like dinner and Netflix and chill at home? All right, so let me get back to the list here while we're waiting for Mr. T to answer that question. Oh, too late. The last few years we get pizza, and co-op play. Nice. Any specific games? Do you guys have a certain game that you like to play together?
Representing weapons of mass destruction from the Garden of Eden, weighing in at 200.
What about everybody else? John in West Texas, Infinite Oni.
Sinister Farmer.
You guys got plans for Valentine's Day? Or is it still plans in the making? Things are in the works. What's going on? What's everybody doing Tuesday? What's going on? Normally like 3D Mario games, nice. Or we play Zelda. I love Zelda. Well, you know that because I've already watched you play Zelda numerous times. Whatever sounds good. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, as long as you're spending quality time, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. I just was curious. I was just curious. It's always different for everybody, you know what I mean? I mean, I know Valentine's Day is not really a holiday, but it's technically a holiday in people's minds and hearts, I suppose, so to speak. But yeah, it's like any other holiday. Some people have reasons for, some people have reasons for not. Some people have traditions, some people don't.
And here comes one of my favorites.
Oh God, it's Archer.
That is not funny, Shadows. Who else would be on the broadcast? I mean, this is YouTube. I cannot be banned from the show. I cannot have my cords cut. You cannot catch me in a swear jar. Well, get your ass on the broadcast then. I'm not stopping you. Just a reminder to appreciate your loved ones. Yes, she's. I mean,
43 pounds. He is
yeah.
the European wrestling.
I mean, if you.
Mitchell.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a loved one, you should definitely appreciate them at all times. That is good advice for everybody. Just a reminder, this is for Mr. T, just a reminder, appreciate your loved ones. Whether that be your significant other, if you have one, or your children.
I declare a fucking rematch for the title.
Undoubtedly the top title in this company.
Weird, because I heard the chat to speech say something and it didn't come up on the dashboard. That is really weird.
These superstars seem eager to go after each other. And in this no disqualification,
I'll redeem it, but you won't see it. You know what's funny is your previous sentence didn't even show up, but that one did. And no, I won't see it until Tuesday. Or, well, I mean, you know, later on when I will see it later. I will see it later. Now, is that for Tuesday night, Shadows? Is that for you and Drek to go after the tag title?
Unless I show a screenshot THT, I redeemed it already. Valentine's Day is one.
Well, no, Shadows, you don't have to do that. First of all, I'm not going to call you a liar. Right? Number two, I mean, I'll see it anyways. It shows up on my creator dashboard. Self-love. Valentine's Day is rough for a single Pringle. Yeah. Well, buy myself chocolate and roses. Good for you, honeybee. Good for you. I mean, I can't say it's my favorite day of the year. Although I haven't really celebrated a Valentine's Day in God, a long time. Anyways, we're not talking about me. We're talking about Honeybee. and Shadows. Much more interesting. There you go, Honeybee. Treat yourself. That's right, Mr. T. You tell her.
The sound of this crowd is deafening, and he's asking for more. Good timing with that.
John in West Texas, what about you? What's going on in your world for Valentine's Day? Anything? January is more interesting. January is more interesting. I'm just kind of sitting here waiting for Honeybee to start anticipating the next match of the night. So far, she seems calm, cool, and collective. I'm quite surprised, actually, at this point. Honeybee, co-main event of the evening. January versus Honeybee. Ladder match. Grand Prix Women's Championship on the line. Tell me, what are your thoughts? I just realized I was 10 minutes behind. Yeah, that happened to me earlier too. I was literally, because I was in a different part of, well, the area, and I could hear what was going on, and then I was looking on the screen, I was like, whoa, that's not even the same match. It was weird. But the chat still keeps up to date, so it doesn't matter. I wasn't watching live. Now I am. Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, no, I wasn't either. So what happened when I went back from reading the list to going back to the show, so it pauses, and I forgot to press play and just kept reading the chat. Is what happened there for me. Those titles, I need to win them, and I need to win all the YTD titles. Okay, yep, no, I was wondering, though, are you and Drek going to challenge the primetime players on Tuesday, do you know? Like, have you guys talked about that? Because don't forget, Shadows, don't forget that the World Tag titles are they're still World Championships. They're not mid-card titles like, you know, say the World Junior or the United States Championship. So if you guys were to win, if you were to beat primetime players on Tuesday, you guys would become the first male superstars in Archiverse history over the past 2.5 years to win 3 world titles at the same time. Now, they aren't the world I get that, but that doesn't matter because they are still world tag titles. They are still world titles. Therefore, you would still become a Triple Crown champion. Just something to think about. Let me know. I don't care either way. Maybe you guys have other plans. I don't know.
Nice combo.
It's not like that can't wait. I can't see you guys losing either tag title you have anytime soon anyway. Alright, so Honeybee is self-loving for Valentine's Day. John in West Texas, are you self-loving for Valentine's Day, or what are you doing? Do you have a plan? I'm actually working for some of it, and then I'm going to come home and pretend the day doesn't exist. For the most part, that's my plan. That is my plan. I mean, me and January have issues if I lose, same team or not.
This is how much the championship means.
Even if I win a YTD title, I still become a Triple Crown champion. Only if it's one of their top titles. I mean, you can't do that with, say, the Submission Championship or the European Championship. It would have to be a Grand Prix Championship, the Tag Championship. I have no plans for Valentine's Day. Okay. Honeybee says, yeah, no sweat. Is there anybody I left out? We know Glenola's not doing anything for Valentine's Day. Yeah, I don't think we've... Alright, anyways. But, so, then, of course, there is Wrestle Wars Genesis Tuesday night as well. 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as always. Valentine's Day, no Valentine's Day. It doesn't matter that it is Valentine's Day. So Wrestle Wars Genesis is still going on with the show as planned. So I guess I have that planned. Although, to be fair, I didn't say I didn't have a plan. What I did say was I was going to come home from work and pretend the day didn't exist. But then I can just slide right in. I can slide right into the show later in the evening. What if Callie was in... Yo, what? What if Callie was in the Archerverse?
He's stuck in his opponent from the top turnbuckle.
I mean, I've never thought of having an entire state join and follow the Archerverse. That is very presumptuous, and I mean that'd be cool. That's a whole lot of notifications going off about people following. I mean, it's a very large state. I mean, have you seen the size of California? Seriously. But I mean, if you can pull that off, we would very quickly become the most popular Twitch channel on the planet. I meant my female, Callie Stone. Oh, because I do that. How dare I? Good Lord, you people! What? I swear to God, everybody that's come in the chat tonight, what is it? Is it because it's YouTube and y'all can't ban me? Y'all can't cut my cords. You can't have your 15 minutes of bliss. You can't catch me in a swear jar. Is that what this is? You guys are all just saying shit to confuse me tonight. I mean, what did you, this started with Life yelling at me at the beginning of the broadcast. I mean, did you all get together before the show started and just discuss how many ways you could mind fuck me tonight? Seriously. Ban the host. You cannot ban the host. There is no redemption available for that, sir. Wrong channel. Wrong show. And how dare you?
Here is your winner, and still
we get together in DD. That, you know, that would not surprise me at all. That would not surprise me at all. You see, I'm nice enough to, when you guys aren't able to be here for the show, I always go over and make sure you guys have access to watch the VOD and see how your superstars are doing, how your faction is doing. And what do I get? What do I get? I get insubordination. That is what I get. I get mutiny. I get villainy. I offer you the very best in fantasy wrestling excellence, bar none, period. The very best wrestling promotion on planet Earth. And I get crazy antics. I appreciate all of you very much. Really, I do. It is really, truly fantastic. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, and still YTD Academy European Wrestling Champion from Team Dogface, representing the Weapons of Mass Destruction, Fat Lad Mitchell Vaughn is still your champion. So congratulations to the Weapons of Mass Destruction and, of course, Team Dogface on the big victory, retaining the European Wrestling Championship. Big victory for Mitchell Vaughn. All right. Callie, I'm worried about. I need to fix her up. Okay. So, I mean, just let me know. I was only bugging you. If you want to bring Callie in, I'm all for that, because the women's division is getting deeper and deeper. There's a lot of great characters. So it's, and whether she's singles competition or she finds herself a faction in a tag team, doesn't matter to me either way. But yeah, I mean, just let me know. Jump over to the Discord and drop the hashtag for Callie, and I'll download her after the show. I mean, we're just about to head to the co-main event of the evening anyways. We only have 2 matches left of the night. So once those are through, I will download. Yeah, I mean, if she's ready to be downloaded. You said you need to fix her up, but am I able to download her? And then what are you fixing? Is it like her specifically, or is it just like a move set? Because if it's just move set, I can download Callie, and then you can just upload your move set, and I can download that for her. I mean, either way, let me know what's going on with that. All right, here we go. We're going to move on to the next match of the night, the co-main event of the evening. Second match of the championship rounds, and here we go with one of the most anticipated matches of the week. And it is one of the newest female sensations, not just in YTD Academy, but she has exploded onto the WCW roster and is the reigning defending WCW Women's World Junior Champion. Tonight, Redemption, she is challenging Honeybee in a 1v1 ladder match with Honeybee's Women's Grand Prix Wrestling Championship on the line. What do you guys think? Who walks out with the W here? Is it going to be Honeybee, who was, until recently, until Starrcade, she was a Triple Crown World Champion, until Erica Ann Smith won the Eliminator matchup, which had 6 villainous vixens in it, all vying to still be, well, in Honeybee's case, to still be the reigning defending champion. Unfortunately, that did not happen. It was Erica Ann Smith from Team Christian Cool picking up the victory. She is the new WCW Women's World Champion for now.
You all shooting against me.
But, that said, Honeybee still a double champion. She still holds, at least for now.
LOL.
I mean, she's just about to face the coldest bitch on the planet in a ladder match. Anything can happen here, but she is still a double champion, the YTD Grand Prix Women's Champion and the Archiverse Women's World Champion. She is a formidable superstar champion. She's already defended the titles on a couple of different occasions. She is an undisputed champion. But what do you guys think? Who walks out with the W here? Who's walking out as the YTD Academy Women's Grand Prix Wrestling Champion? Is it going to be Honeybee? Or is it going to be January? You guys decide. In the meantime, let's get these villainous vixens to the ring and get this matchup underway. Let's go. And I have to take a little bit of a break and go visit the facilities and get some fresh air. So I will be right back. If you guys want to tell some jokes, Life isn't here, so she won't be telling a joke. But Honeybee, Infinite Oni, Shadows, yo, Sir Jack. Sir Jack the Greatest is in the house. If you guys want to tell some jokes, when I return, I will read them live. So I will be right back. Enjoy, the entrances. I'm hoping to be back before. I probably won't be back before the match starts, but I'll be back way before it ends. So I will be right back.
Emoji relieved face. Sir Jack. January Groupie. Honeybee. Emoji Rose. Emoji Eyes.
The following champion versus champion contest is a ladder match and is for the Women's Grand Prix Wrestling Championship. Introducing the challenger from Knoxville, Tennessee, Janet.
Ladies and gentlemen, as a reminder, the championship is on the line here tonight. And in looking at the opposition, I can say that the champion will have quite the hill to climb in this one. The challenger looks focused at the task at hand. She is determined to end the champion's reign tonight.
Well, we got a problem then, huh? LOL.
introducing the champion from Birmingham, England. She's the Women's Grand Prix Wrestling Champion, the Diamond B. Jackson.
Big match here, guys, as the title will be on the line tonight. And the champ has looked dominant of late. But all it takes is one wrong move, and that title could be going home with somebody else.
Emoji clown face.
This right here is a championship that gained a lot of prestige in short order, guys.
Yeah, I mean, once a title match is called by yours truly, you know it finally matters in our industry.
Well, you're certainly not Mr. Modest today, are you, Corey? She's looking to climb the ladder here. She's going to have to move quick. Costly error there. Up the ladder she goes. Perhaps trying to get a quick victory here. Not a bad strategy. Going for it all. Interesting timing, to say the least. Oh, devastating kick.
January thought she had the upper hand, but Honeybee is in a hurry to claim the rest.
I have returned. Appreciate the break, as does my bladder, and I have returned with a good head. Yes, I have. Anyways, catch up in the chat here, see if there was any jokes or anything else that I have to read. Let's see. Shadow says he's uploaded on CC, but with different hashtags. Well, did you put those hashtags over on the Discord? Honeybee says, I tell you, it's a conspiracy. Oh my god. You all shooting against me. Well, technically speaking, I mean, it probably should be a conspiracy. She was holding all of the top championships. Somebody's got to conspire. Sir Jack says, I like Honeybee too, but January is my birth month, so, oh my god, you're going with January because it's your birth month? That's as bad as going with somebody because they're wearing a sweater or leather pants. Or in this case, probably a frickin' bathing suit.
Oh, it was aggression, just pure brutality. Come on, easy. Challenger's a little worse for wear.
Good lord, what is wrong with you people? I'm going with January because it's my birth month.
Bites the dust to the champ.
Well, we got a problem then. Honeybee says, uh-oh. Sir Jack, you're in for it now. Maybe Alice or Akira Blade will be next on... What is Honeybee doing? What? Oh my god! A diving forearm. Why would she not just climb the ladder and take that title? Why even play with your food? Oh my god. Honeybee, what is with your client? January thought she had the upper hand, but Honeybee is in a hurry to claim what belongs to her.
Here she goes, up the ladder.
The host with the most has returned. I have indeed. January up top at high risk reward. Honeybee, why not have some fun? Give the fan a show. That was a hell of a show. Diving forearm from the top of the ladder. Somehow Honeybee got right back, or sorry, somehow January got right back up too. That was crazy. All right, anyways, I'm going to go back to that list. Next on the list is Sheamus versus Cesaro, Night of Champions 2014. It got a 7.86 rating. So it says Sheamus' second reign with the United States Championship began in May 2014 when he won a 20-man battle royal to win the title on May 5th, 2014 episode of Raw. Following the victory and successful defense against the former champion Dean Ambrose, Sheamus defeated Cesaro to retain the title at the 2014 Payback pay-per-view. A rematch between the two superstars for the U.S. title took place at the 2014 Night of Champions pay-per-view, and the last match lasted 13 minutes 6 seconds and proved to be an evenly matched contest, but Sheamus prevailed in the end and nailed Cesaro with the bro kick to pick up the victory and retain the title. Number 5 is Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus. It was Raw August 30th, 2021, and it got an 8.27. So after winning his first United States Championship at the 2021 SummerSlam pay-per-view, Damian Priest had his first defense against former champion Sheamus and Drew McIntyre on the August 30, 2021 episode of Raw. The match lasted an impressive 21 minutes 30 seconds, with both Sheamus and Drew McIntyre looking to cause a premature end to Damian Priest's U.S. title reign. However, Priest overcame the odds and delivered the reckoning on McIntyre to get the pin and retain the United States Championship. Damian Priest then shared a brief moment with McIntyre after the match, with both superstars shaking hands as a sign of respect. Number 4, Seth Rollins versus John Cena, SummerSlam 2015. It got an 8.38 rating. So John Cena and Seth Rollins were already fierce rivals since the Authority storyline, and it continued at SummerSlam 2015, where Rollins took on Cena in a winner-takes-all match for the WWE and United States Championship. It was the longest match of the night, as both Cena and Rollins put together a clinical performance that lasted 19 minutes 44 seconds, and Cena almost overcame Rollins to become a double champion, but the SummerSlam host Jon Stewart came out and struck Cena with a steel chair, which allowed Rollins to hit the pedigree on Cena to win the match and walk out with both WWE and the United States Championship. I remember that. I actually thought that was stupid. I couldn't, like, the way they involved Jon Stewart in that whole situation, and it was so random. It was like, what? What even just happened? Does anybody else remember that? Do you guys remember that at all?
Can it be? Will the reign continue?
Positioning the ladder in the center of the ring.
I guess the only thing left to do is climb it.
Making the climb here. End this thing right now.
Oh, we go.
All right, so nothing to catch up on the chat, so I can just continue on with the list.
Oh, my God. Putting everything on the
So
line.
number 3 on the list is actually United States Championship Tournament final match, Vengeance 2003, and it got an 8.45 rating. So it says, following WWE's first brand split in 2003, SmackDown General Manager Stephanie McMahon introduced the United States Championship and announced a tournament to crown the inaugural champion. Eddie Guerrero reached the finals of the tournament by defeating Ultimo Dragon in his first round and Billy Gunn in the semifinal. The final match occurred in 2003 Vengeance pay-per-view and was an evenly matched contest between Guerrero and his opponent. However, Guerrero's cheating tactics and a last-minute interference from Rhino, who took out Guerrero's opponent with a gore, enabled Guerrero to pick up the win and become the inaugural WWE United States Champion. You notice they just kept saying opponent. Gored the opponent, enabled Guerrero to pick up the win over the opponent. I'll let you guys decide who you think that opponent was. Who do you think they're talking about when they talk about opponent, as opposed to naming the person? As a matter of fact, the picture they used for the tournament win didn't even show an opponent either. It just literally showed just Eddie Guerrero hoisted up the U.S. title. But does anybody have a guess on who that opponent might be? You can always look it up if you like.
continues on the ladder.
Let me know what you come up with.
That's the idea. Oh, my God.
All right, number 2 is Cesaro versus John Cena. Raw, June 29th, 2015, and it got an 8.54. Oh, look at this. Honeybee going. Oh, my God. Went for a diving elbow off the top of the ladder and landed with nobody home. That has got to suck. Honeybee immediately going after the lower legs of January. Oh, and down she goes. Toppled her like a tree in the woods. Now, can Honeybee actually go for the title this time? No. What is her problem? Oh, she did it again and missed again. Honeybee Wrestling, you need to have a serious conversation with your client. Her first and foremost directional skills from the top of the ladder need just a little tweaking. They need a little work, Honeybee. I mean, the woman came off that ladder twice with a flying elbow and landed with nobody home both times. Both times. Oh, shit, she's going to do it again. Does she have something against winning this match? I mean, is there a problem with just winning the title, taking the title, retaining the title? What? I mean, I don't understand the game plan here. Honeybee Wrestling, could you shed some light on this current situation at hand, please? I'm very confused. Oh, look at this. She's finally going for the belt. Here we go. Let's go. Here comes January. She better hurry.
Energy disguised face.
Startled Honeybee. Honeybee let go of the belt.
All the way from the top of the ladder. She lands this. It's over.
Oh, suplex off the ladder. Man, oh man. But both are down and out while Honeybee right back to her feet. January has not moved a muscle. She is down and out. What a move by Honeybee. The risks that Honeybee has taken in this ladder match are insane. January still hasn't moved a muscle. Still down and out. She's finally moving, but it is too late. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the ladder match and still YTD Academy Women's Grand Prix Wrestling Champion and still your double world champion from Team Honeybee Wrestling, the Diamond B. Jackson, a.k.a. Honeybee, is still your undisputed double champion.
Here is your winner. And
What a match.
Women's Grand Prix.
Wow.
Wrestling Champion.
Throws marshmallow at Honeybee.
Jackson.
That was an incredible match. But I mean, I still, Honeybee Wrestling, I still gotta question Honeybee's tactics. I mean, oh my God, how many times she was up at the top of the ladder, could have taken that belt down long ago, but kept flying off that ladder like she's got wings or wearing a cape or some shit. That was crazy. Absolutely crazy. All right, well, congratulations to Honeybee Wrestling and, of course, the Diamond B. Jackson, still our double world champion. All right, and now on to the main event of the evening. And this is for the YTD Academy Grand Prix Wrestling Championship. It is a best 2 out of 3 falls matchup between the Phenom, Joe Lincoln from Team Joe Lincoln, of course, Rock Roberts from Team Rock Roberts. And he is, of course, putting his title on the line against the member of Phenomenal Soul. Of course, Rock Roberts, a member of the Coalition. Interesting. I don't see other members. This is a kind of an intriguing situation here, because you would almost think that in a big matchup like this, you'd see Phenomenal Soul and the Coalition show up in full force. Yet all I see is Joe Lincoln and Rock Roberts here. Now, is that going to be a tail of the tail? I said that backwards. A tail of the tail? Or is it... Good God. You can tell it's the main event of the evening. Tripping over my tongue. Fantastique. Anyways, or do we eventually see the Coalition and Phenomenal Soul get involved in this matchup somehow? It's very interesting, very intriguing. But what do you guys think? Who are you guys choosing here? Is it going to be the Phenomenal Joe Lincoln from Team Joe Link, or is it going to be Rock Roberts from Team Rock Roberts? It is a best 2 out of 3 falls matchup for the YTD Academy Grand Prix Wrestling Championship. It is showtime and go time for the main event of the evening. Let's go. And now we got 2 guys in suits, and one of them's wearing red. No guys in sweaters, leather pants, or bathing suits. But hey, we got 2 men in suits, and one is wearing red, so we know if there was a person still around who they would be voting for at least. What about you guys? Who you still haven't given your decision? Joe Link and the Phenom Joe Lincoln, or Rock Roberts and Rock Roberts?
Introducing the challenger, representing the Alliance.
All right. Anyways,
Parts unknown.
I'm going to get back to the list.
227 pounds.
While these guys are making their way to the ring.
Joe Lincoln.
So number 2 on the list is from Raw, June 29th, 2015. It's at 8.54. It is Cesaro versus John Cena. Now, you know, anytime Cesaro, who's a technical masterclass, John Cena, a great performer, definitely got better with wrestling over the years and can put on a good match now. I don't believe that's always true, though. I did love the Doctor of Thugonomics gimmick, but I mean, he didn't need to be a good wrestler for that. Thereafter, though, when they were pulling the whole Super Cena thing, they should have done a little bit better job of improving his repertoire during that time period. But anyways, John Cena versus Cesaro, I mean, take my money, that would be a good match every single time. Wouldn't matter how many times they wrestled. Anyways, so during John Cena's 4th reign as the United States Champion between March and August 2015, he frequently defended the title by laying out open challenges against any superstar. Cesaro answered Cena's open challenge on June 29, 2015 episode of Raw, and the 2 superstars put on a classic match for the United States Championship that night. The match lasted 20 minutes and 10 seconds, with both superstars talking to each other and taking each other to their limits throughout the match. However, Cesaro couldn't walk out with the title as he got assaulted by Kevin Owens, who interfered during the closing moments of the match to cause the disqualification. And therefore, of course, John Cena would retain the title via disqualification because the title does not change hands via countout or DQ.
The pressure is on for the champion, looking to cement himself.
Last but not least, number 1 on the list. Well, that's kind of funny. Number 1 on the list is Cesaro versus John Cena again. This time they got a 9.03 rating, and it was Raw, July 6, 2015. All right. So the highest rated United States Championship match is the bout between John Cena and Cesaro that took place on the July 6, 2015 episode of Raw. Following Kevin Owens' interference in Cesaro's first attempt at Cena's United States Championship, the Swiss Superman received another shot at the title on the following week's episode of Raw, which turned out to be an instant classic. It was the main event of the night, and Cesaro and John Cena put together an iconic match that lasted 30 minutes and 5 seconds. Cena picked up the victory by hitting a Super AA on Cesaro from the second rope and retained the title. The match gained tons of praise from the fans, and it also received a Slammy Award for the best John Cena U.S. title open challenge in 2015. Now the problem I did have with that was Cesaro should have got the win there. I don't know if you guys remember everything that happened during around that time period, but Cesaro should have picked up the win there. And he didn't, unfortunately. John Cena, of course, again won. But anyways, so yeah, that was the top 10. And according to CageMatch.net, it was ranked top 10 best United States Championship matches of all time. And just to run down the matches one more time, with a score of 7.68. At number 10 was Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles. That was Backlash 2017. Number 9 with a score of 7.71, John Cena versus Kevin Owens, Battleground 2015. John Cena was in a lot of these, wasn't he? John Cena was in quite a few of these. Good Lord. Number 8, Daniel Bryan versus The Miz, Night of Champions 2010, got a 7.77 rating. Number 7, Damian Priest versus Sheamus, Raw, September 27th, 2021, got a 7.78. Number 6, Sheamus versus Cesaro, Night of Champions 2014, 7.86. Number 5, Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus, Raw, August 30th, 2021, and that was at 8.27. Number 4 was Seth Rollins versus John Cena, again John Cena, SummerSlam 2015, 8.38. Of course, the man did have 4 U.S. title reigns, so there's that. Number 3 was the United States Championship Tournament final match with Eddie Guerrero and his opponent. And by the way, did any of you guys decide and or look up who that opponent was? Again, it was Vengeance 2003, United States Championship Tournament final match. Eddie Guerrero versus opponent. Number 2 was Cesaro versus John Cena, again. Raw, June 29, 2015, 8.54. And number 1, last but not least, again, Cesaro versus John Cena. Raw, July 6, 2015, and it got a 9.03. That's a very high-rated match. Very, very high-rated match. Okay. Well, that's it for the best United States Championship matches of all time. And at this point, I don't have time for another list now. But anyways, what did you guys think of that list? I mean, they are primarily talking, well, actually, we're just talking about the WWE United States Championship, because otherwise I could think of a host of other matches that could have been on a list of best United States Championship matches of all time. You know, there's been some pretty iconic people that have held that title. Man, they've had some great matches, like from WCW, for instance. So, I don't know. Joe Lincoln with a submission lockdown here. Rock Roberts fighting it off, though. Out the back door, and Joe Lincoln face first on the canvas. Ooh, super kick right to the lippies. Dropped Lincoln like a bad habit, but Lincoln gets his arm up. Only a 2 count there. Oh, Rock Roberts hits his version of the RKO. But Joe Lincoln kicks out again. 2 count only. Wow.
And don't expect the champ to start going easy on him now. That was the home run shot that got right at the fence.
Rock Roberts giving his all, doing everything possible here to try and get a pinfall on Joe Lincoln. Wow. Evades, and in control is Joe Lincoln. And now Rock Roberts in trouble. Oh no, big back body drop by the champion. Looked like Joe Lincoln was going to set him up for the Lincoln ride. Shoves him off. That time he fought off the RKO. This is a back and forth contest if I've ever seen one. Rock Roberts drops Joe Lincoln face first on that top turnbuckle. But Lincoln back in control, tosses Roberts right over the top rope and down to the unforgiving floor.
What's the plan here?
Uh-oh, Roberts in trouble. Big power slam on that floor. Bounced him spine first. And oh no, this is not a good place for that. Rock Roberts in real trouble here. Lincoln ride. on the unforgiving floor. Oh my God. Ew, that is it. That is all. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the best 2 out of 3 falls matchup and a new YTD Academy Grand Prix Wrestling Champion from Team Joe Link. The Phenom, Joe Lincoln, is your new Grand Prix Wrestling Champion. Absolutely awesome. Congratulations to Team Joe Link. And, of course, Joe Lincoln, the Phenom, your new Grand Prix Wrestling Champion. Absolutely incredible. I'll be honest, I was thinking Rock Roberts was going to find a way to pull that one off. But look at that. Another member of the coalition has been stripped of their championship. Although, to be fair, at least Rock Roberts lost his championship in a match. I mean, if you all recall, Elijah Archer successfully defended the Archerverse World. See, here's the thing. Archer never intended to be in the world title picture. He was happy in the tag team division, going through faction wars and chasing the tag team titles. It was France with 2 L's. It was Team France with 2 L's. Thought he'd be funny. Thought he wanted to see Archer in a matchup and thought it'd be funny to see him lose in a world title picture. Archer won and then defended the title 3 times just to have that championship exploded and taken away from him. So at least Rock Roberts had the, he got the dignity of being able to be defeated by Joe Lincoln. But anyways, congratulations to Team Joe Link. I know Joe Link is lurking. He is busy with the misses. But anyways, that is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen, for episode number 452. Fantastic matches, starting with the women's tag to brag elimination matchup. The men's was phenomenal. The qualifying matches were fantastic. And then, of course, the 3 championship matches. Lots of surprises. Honeybee, still our double champion. We have a brand new Grand Prix Wrestling champion. And, of course, Fat Lad Mitchell Vaughn. Again, shout out to Fat Lad Mitchell Vaughn. Retained his YTD Academy European Wrestling Championship. So all in all, a fantastic evening. And I appreciate everybody for showing up. It was a great evening, both in conversation, in matches. I mean, to be fair, the dirt sheets could have been better. They were kind of boring tonight. I'll be honest. I was not impressed with those tonight. I should have just got to the list quicker. I could have got to my cyclist, because I actually quite enjoyed that Best United States Championship matches. I thought it was quite good. I mean, again, there was matches I could have swapped in and out, but it was pretty solid. And if you had to opened up that door to United States Championship matches instead of WWE United States Championship matches, the plethora of other matches you could have had, including matches when Ricky the Dragon Steamboat was U.S. champion, stuff like, I mean, it just goes on and on. But anyways, I appreciate everybody for being here. It was a fantastic evening. Soul Embers Archer, I own Paul Heyman. Oh, you claim Paul Heyman? All right, fantastic. Did you already go over to the Discord and make that known? And Soul, do you want to go to Discord? Do you want to hop over to Discord?
Yes, I do.
For anybody else that wants to jump over to Discord and join Soul and I, here is the Discord link for the Archerverse.
URL.
Feel free to join us. We'll be in the Fam Jam chat. But anyways, again, thanks everybody for being here tonight. Episode number 15 of YTD Academy Live. It was a fantastic episode. I mean, there was a lot of attempts to create. Soul, where were you earlier? Because this is YTD Academy, and yet they were treating it like it was an episode of Starrcade or Wrestle Wars Genesis. The attempts at villainy and crazy antics tonight, starting with Life is Great yelling at me at the beginning of the broadcast, by the way. Far too many women yelling at me these days. Far too many willing. It is never a good position, you know. Never a good position to be in. But anyways, yelling at me at the beginning of the broadcast, and then other things that happened from there on out. People trying to confuse me. It was quite ghastly, I'll be honest. Not appreciated. But anyways, aside from that, it was a fantastic night. If anybody wants to join us in Discord, feel free to do so. There is the Archerverse Discord link. We will be there, or actually, Soul's already there. I will be there in a few moments. But that is it. That is all for episode number 452 for the Archiverse. We will see each other Tuesday evening, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for Wrestle Wars Genesis, when we continue the road to the first big award show for the Archiverse. It is going to be the Hall of Legends ceremony, and we're of course going to have matches involving some of those legends, other matchups as well for the entertain of the eve. It is going to be a thrill ride of an evening. It is our very first ever award show. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have some reminiscing. It's going to be like one of our pivotal shows like 450. And now we are on the road, by the way. We're officially on the road to 500 episodes. So we've got a lot to look forward to. Big award show coming up. We've got a World Championship tournament about to go down this Sunday evening. We've got 2 more evenings of qualifying matchups to get to that tournament. And, of course, then we will award a brand new champion for the vacant Archiverse World Championship. But we will see each other then. You guys are all fucking awesome. Appreciate you. Again, if you want to join us on Discord, you can. Other than that, you don't have to go home, but you really can't stay here. Please get the fuck out. Goodbye.